Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the TV24 Game of the Week, brought to you by Southern States Bank. And this week we have got Hokes Bluff and Anniston. And due to some technical difficulties, a little late coming on here tonight, but you've only missed the opening kickoff. Anniston kind of fumbled with the opening kickoff and had some trouble with it, and then also got a penalty. And so now Dawson, we're going to see this offense backed up way back in their own end zones. They'll start this drive from their own 5-yard line.
We got to watch this explosive offense last week against Alexandria Valley Cubs. Let's see if they can keep going on that momentum they gained last week over a big win at Alexandria. See if this offense can stay moving.
Here comes a speed sweep coming across here and able to make a couple of men miss. And good pursuit there by Hokes Bluff. A really good job of stringing that out, staying in their lanes right there. As that was a speed sweep to Ahmad Kelly. It only goes for a yard on that play, and that's going to be what, we were going to talk about in the opener tonight. Obviously, we talked about it last week, and Alexandria had a lot of difficulty keeping up with the speed of this Anniston team. And that's going to be the same thing for Hokes Bluff tonight, is can they keep up with the speed that this Anniston team is going to bring at them? Absolutely,
and Hokes Bluff is 3-0 on the season, and this is really the true test for this Hokes Bluff Eagles team. This is going to be the game where you see where you're at to start the season. 3-0 record against a good Anniston team. Let's see where Hokes Bluff's at tonight.
Second down play, and able to gain some yardage here, up past the 10, up to the 11, and they're going to give them the 12-yard line. So nice gain there on second down. That'll set up third down and 3, and really a big third down for this Hokes Bluff team to get off the field right here as we have a helmet come off, it looks like, from Quintavious Cunningham, the starting running back. And so it looks like now Brock Grant, who we saw a couple of times last week, will come into the ballgame.
Yeah, that toss was tossed out of Jabari Williams, and Jabari Williams was really quite possibly the MVP right beside Damon Pope last week. So he's going to be a key factor for the Anniston Bulldogs tonight, as they have got to get him going if they want to be successful against this Hokes Bluff defense.
Third down play, counter play coming over here to the left side, and he will have enough for the first down and more. Up past the 20, up to the 25-yard line. Takes a big hit right there from Anderson Morgan, the safety. But a big gain right there for who we just talked about, Brock Grant, and a third down conversion for the Anniston Bulldogs.
And we've seen this from this Anniston Bulldogs team last week. We've seen them be able to make some space and go between the tackles and really get to that second and third level. And it looks like early in this ballgame tonight, they may be able to have the same success tonight. Maybe too early to tell, but we'll see later on as well.
Another counter play. They go right back to the same play. This time Hokes Bluff able to get their hands on him towards the backfield, but just keeps his feet moving and up to the 32-yard line. And so gain of about 6 on that play, and kind of similar to what we saw last week. The Anniston offense just continues to move forward, and if they don't have any pre-snap penalties, it's really hard to force them to go back.
And one thing about Anniston is they're very big in the trenches. Their offense and defensive line is very big. And you look at this Hokes Bluff defensive front right here, it looks like this is the first time Anniston's getting matched up with a big defensive front against them this season as well.
Second down and 4. It'll be a quick screen out here to the outside, and the DBs are playing way back, and that'll be enough for a first down for Anniston, as they were able to complete that one there, and they just continue to move the chains and move the football as they've moved from their own 5 all the way up to the 41.
And that's just 3 yards for the Bulldogs there. When your corners are playing that far off, you just throw a little screen pass out there. That's a free 10 yards and a first down almost every single time, unless you've got some really, really good corners, really good secondary to get back down there on the ball.
Handoff over here to the right side, and able again to make a couple of men miss, and that is exactly what we saw a lot of last week from Jabari Williams. He does a great job of making the first tackler miss. It's so tough for that first guy to get him to the ground.
He's very good on his feet. Last week we saw him break multiple tackles, and that's really what killed Alexandria. They just weren't able to bring him down on first contact. And if he has that success tonight, Hokes Bluff is going to have a hard time stopping this Anniston offense.
First down play now coming up. Handoff right up the middle And a big run right here for Anniston all the way inside the 35-yard line of Hokes Bluff. And that was Quintavious Cunningham back in the ball game, and another Mittens Home Center first down.
This Hokes Bluff defensive line is having a tough time filling these gaps against this Anniston offensive line, and this is going to be a key factor all night long. The Hokes Bluff has got to get a good push on Anniston to be able to slow down this run game, because right now Anniston is clicking on all cylinders, and they haven't thrown a pass over a yard yet.
Pistol formation. They go back up the middle, and again, able to make a man miss. And now gets hit from behind. A big hit coming right there from Caden Powell.
It was a better job there by Hokes Bluff to be able to kind of close that gap. He was able to bounce it outside for a split second. Still a good game, but a great job there by Hokes Bluff to limit the damage there to bring up second down.
Clock continues to move now. 4.5 minutes on this drive. As we talked about, they started from their own 5-yard line. If you're just tuning in, a penalty on the kickoff pushed this Bulldog team back, but they have moved the football. Here's a quick screen out to Swain. And making the first man miss again. That's what these running backs for Anniston do such a good job of. Able to get it down to the 20, now inside the red zone, and should be enough again for another Mittens Home Center first down.
I wouldn't be shocked here if Anniston here in a minute, Hokes Bluff moves their corners up, and Anniston may try to take a deep shot, because right now Hokes Bluff is getting killed on these wide receiver screens. There's no corners within 10 yards, so that's 3 yards every single time. So we'll see here in just a minute if Hokes Bluff can make the adjustment on that.
First down and 10 coming up inside the red zone. They've moved this ball 75 yards so far on this drive, but here we go, pre-snap penalty. And looking like it's going to be offsides called against Anniston. So their own players lined up offsides in that play.
We know Anniston, that's one thing that I was going to touch on in the pre-show there is Anniston's committed a lot of penalties this year, and that's one thing that cannot happen tonight against this Hokes Bluff team. Hokes Bluff will make you pay on penalties, and Anniston has been one of the most penalized teams I've been able to watch this season, so let's see if they can clean it up here and maybe try to get in the paint.
First and 15, counter play back to the left side, and missed tackle there, but we will get a flag thrown in, and it was a hold right there. No doubt about that one. As you could see that, it looked like it was Brandon Coleman for Anniston that just kind of held on to the jersey a little bit too long of Braden Howard and pulls him to the ground. And so after moving the ball very consistently and very well, now 2 penalties in a row push this team back. And that's what we talked about. It's hard to make them go backwards unless they make themselves go backwards.
And that was a clear hold from the start. That was really the first time that Hokes Bluff's been able to get really good penetration there. And that's exactly what you wanted for Hokes Bluff. A good drive by Anniston, running a lot of time off this clock. But Anniston's backing themselves up now with a holding penalty and an offsides penalty. So now we're going to see if Anniston decides maybe to let the guns out a little bit.
So now it'll be first down and 25 coming up here for Anniston. They need to get to the 10-yard line for a first down. Over 6.5 minutes, or 5.5 minutes, excuse me, here on this drive. First deep pass here, and he's got a man wide open. It's Ahmad Kelly. And Kelly able to get it down to about the 22-yard line. And again, I mean, we see the arm from Damon Pope, and that's what makes this Anniston team so dangerous, is so good at running the football coming straight at you. But then you have an athlete like Damon Pope back there taking snaps and has a great arm, does a great job of being able to find the open receiver, and not many times that he misses as well.
And one thing we saw last week, he made Alexandria pay in design pass plays. He just take off with it for himself. And if you're Hokes Bluff, you've got to keep that in the back of your mind. Maybe put a spy on him. Don't let him just run around freely in the pocket. Got to bring him down or he will make you pay.
Handoff up the middle, and there goes Jabari Williams. He's hit right at the 15. And they'll give him to the 15-yard line, maybe a little bit further. And so now third down and 5 coming up, but from first down and 25 to third down and 5, I think the Bulldog coaching staff will take that.
And Hokes Bluff's bringing in some fresh bodies here on this defensive line, as right now they are struggling up front against this Anniston offensive line. Third down play here, and Anniston's been getting chunk plays on run plays. I wouldn't be shocked if they hand it back to Williams right here to try to get this first down.
Third down and 5. take the snap. Hokes Bluff does a good job of staying home and not biting, and we will get a timeout taken by Anniston. And we'll take a 30-second timeout, with them. We'll take a break and be back with more on our Southern States Bank TV 24 Game of the Week right after this.
At Southern States Bank, we pride ourselves on being your bank. We're your neighbors and involved in the community. We're the bank featuring the Southern Rewards checking account, a cashback account with no ATM fees. We are on the cutting edge and always have a smiling face to help you out. So come to Southern States Bank, where we are committed to great service and being a great neighbor. Let us be the bank for you and your business.
Back from our 30-minute timeout there. Quick 30 minutes. 4:48 remaining. Right now, this Anniston drive, you're right at 7 minutes here to start this ball game off, and doing a good job of moving the football. 3rd down and 5 coming up. Handoff up the middle, and it's hit at the line of scrimmage and brought down, and a big-time play there for Hokes Bluff, as that was the linebacker Connor Ford coming in and making the hit, able to wrap him up. As we've noted, not much of a kicking game from Anniston, so they'll obviously go for it here. But now really big play here in this ball game, because if you're Anniston, and you're looking at keeping the ball for the first 8 minutes of the game and coming away with nothing if you're not able to convert this. That's
exactly what you needed for Hokes Bluff. Your defensive line isn't good push. You need your getting a good push. That's what you need. Your linebackers to make a play, and that's exactly what happened right there for Hokes Bluff. Big 4th down here for Anniston.
4th and 5, snap to Pope. They're going to roll him out. Pope able to make a man miss. This is when he's at his best. Throws it into the end zone, and it is knocked away. Big-time play there for Hokes Bluff as Anderson Morgan comes across and knocks it out of the hands of Ahmad Kelly. Really good throw there by Damon Pope. He's so dangerous when he gets out of the pocket, but an even better play by Anderson Morgan to knock it away. And so what was close to an 8-minute drive there for Anniston comes away with no points. They move the ball 80 yards, but the biggest thing for Hokes Bluff, they keep them off the scoreboard, and now they get their offense on the field for the first time tonight.
Put it to where only his receiver could catch it, but Hokes Bluff with a huge play. Well, we were thinking this drive was going to be for sure Anniston points. They were gashing Hokes Bluff for 10 to 15 yards of play. Hokes Bluff, no points on the board. That's a win for Hokes Bluff there. Huge play there on the defensive side of the ball. Now let's see if they can go on a drive themselves.
And now we have a stoppage for equipment.
Tyree Judkins comes off the field for Anniston there.
So we'll see Bryce Whitaker lead the offense here for Hokes Bluff at quarterback. And lined up initially in a T formation, and now looks like they're going to go to an I formation after the equipment malfunction. I formation, Whitaker under center, takes a snap, handoff, and they go right at this Anniston defense, and a great move, and all the way up to the 30-yard line, and that is exactly what Hokes Bluff was looking for to get this game started.
Welcoming contact there at the end of that run, as Hokes Bluff, rare you see an I formation nowadays in high school football, college football, or even NFL. Great start to this drive for Hokes Bluff as they came to play physical tonight, and that's a huge play on 1st down for the Eagles.
Blaine Barron, the running back there, able to get a Mittens Home Center 1st down. Want to thank all our sponsors tonight, including Sonny King Ford. You see them there on the screen. If you're looking for a vehicle, make sure to go and check out Sonny King Ford. I formation again. And they come back to the left side this time and got a lot of running room. Able to cut off his blocker and will be taken down up at the 37-yard line. This time, Blaine Barron again. And a nice run there for Barron, and very quickly Hokes Bluff now up close to midfield.
And we seen last week, Anniston done a great job of defending sideline to sideline against Alexandria, but that play right there, line up in the I formation, just hand it off, and he uses his legs, bounce it outside, and gets a great gain on 1st down. And Hokes Bluff keeping to this I formation as well. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Staying in the I formation, Whitaker going to line up under center. And now fullback dive, and they got him with this one. all the way inside of Anniston territory down to the 40, and this time they go with the fullback Philip Carter, and Carter with the quick hitter all the way inside of Anniston territory. Another Mittens Home Center first down, and continuing to move the football very similar to Anniston and what they were able to do on their first drive.
And it's almost like this I formation is kind of stunning this Anniston defense a little bit. It's something you don't see, like I said before. And right now, Hokes Bluff's got it working on all cylinders right now. This is a huge drive for Hokes Bluff on their first offensive possession of the game.
Back in the I formation. Back to Barron to the left side. This time Barron is wrapped up from behind, and a big-time play there by the Anniston Bulldogs, as that was Kamar Holder, the 6'2", 225 defensive end. He looks the part there up front for Anniston.
He does, and that's one thing this Anniston defense does have, and that is speed. And right there, you just seen speed from the Anniston defense. Like he tried to bounce it outside, coming from that defensive position on our far side, was able to catch up to Barron there and tackle him in the backfield. Good play there for the Bulldogs.
So now they'll go with the T formation, shotgun, 2nd down and 8. Snap to Whitaker, and now Whitaker will keep it himself over the right side and have some running room, able to make a man miss. And now cuts inside, another first down all the way down to the 20-yard line, and a great run. First time that we've talked about Bryce Whitaker tonight, but makes his presence known. Another Mittens Home Center first down, and the Hokes Bluff Eagles moving the football.
Michael Robertson's been at Hokes Bluff for 29 seasons. He knows exactly what it takes to win these big-time games, and right now, this is the offense. Because Anniston has no answer for the run game of Hokes Bluff. Has no answer. And
they'll go back to the I formation here. Two wide receivers over on the left side, one tight end to the right. And another fullback dive and trying to get that quick hitter. This time he's hit at the line of scrimmage and will be taken down. But he keeps the feet moving and gets 4 yards, and they just continue to stay ahead of the chains.
That's the thing, this Anniston defensive line, very physical, very big, and this is probably the most even matchup in size that we've seen for Anniston all year long. Hokes Bluff's very big up front as well, so this is going to be a key matchup to watch all night long, and that's the defensive line of Anniston, offensive line of Hokes Bluff, vice versa. It's going to be interesting to watch.
I formation. Back to the left side with Barron, and able to get outside the numbers, inside the 5, a spin move, and into the end zone. And that was actually Brenton Hale with the carry there. And a great run there for Hale as he gets into the end zone for Amada's Greek Pizza touchdown. And what a drive there by Hokes Bluff. You get the big 4th down stop. I mean, you're inches away from having a touchdown if you're Anniston. And now Hokes Bluff with a big drive of their own, almost 5 minutes off the clock, and able to get into the end zone.
This is going to be a long night for Anniston if they cannot figure out a way to stop this run game of Hokes Bluff. I've seen one drive from Hokes Bluff, and they had maybe one play that went backwards, if that. So this is going to be tough. We know Hokes Bluff's got a kicker because that PAT is good.
7-0 your score. Hokes Bluff answers a long drive from Anniston, spanned 80 yards, came up with no points. Hokes Bluff able to get it in the end zone. And when you're on the road, always good to get off to a good start. And right here for Hokes Bluff, this game's kind of going the way that they wanted it to. I mean, long drive from Anniston, they keep them off the board. They get a long drive themselves, and this Anniston offense had one possession here in the first quarter.
Bend but don't break mentality right there for the Hokes Bluff defense, as it looked like Anniston was going to do the same exact thing we just saw Hokes Bluff do. But Anniston penalties pushed them back a little bit, and now Hokes Bluff's got a lead here in the first quarter, and there's no time on the clock, so we'll start the second quarter with Anniston having the football. And this is not what you want to see if you're Rico Jackson, this Anniston offense, Anniston defense, Anniston team, because that was not a very good drive by their defense.
Here comes the kickoff by Hokes Bluff. Looks like it'll be Leon Chin doing the kicking as he approaches it and boots it away. And down to the 15. This time it's fielded cleanly by Anniston. Here comes Swain, headed towards his own sideline. He's got some running room. This is what Hokes Bluff didn't want. Up past the 40 and up to about the 45-yard line. A great return right there for Anniston. That's Quintavious Cunningham, excuse me. Bring it up. And you just see the speed and how dangerous this Anniston team can be.
We know this offense is very powerful. We know that they can hurt Hokes Bluff with their speed and their physicality up front, but they have got to keep it clean tonight. They cannot have a bunch of penalties because we just seen the whole first quarter go away in an instant, it feels like.
Handoff up the middle. Grant. Not a ton of running room, and that will be the last play of our first quarter. So very eventful and quick first quarter. And we will step aside here in our TV24 Game of the Week. Brought to you by Southern States Bank, with Hokes Bluff leading Anniston 7-0.
Discover a world of cool at Cosmic Debris in downtown Gadsden. Whether you're searching for smoking accessories, funky t-shirts, or hippie clothing, we've got it all. Explore our unique jewelry, immerse yourself in the scents of our incense, and dive into our collection of new and used vinyl, CDs, and DVDs. From the groovy to the eclectic, Cosmic Debris has everything funky and cool. Visit us today and step into a world of cool at Cosmic Debris.
Serving Calhoun County and the state of Alabama since 1994, locally owned and operated, offering some of the most competitive interest rates in the mortgage industry, along with a wide variety of mortgage products. We are with you throughout the home buying process, offering you service before and after the close. Fast, reliable, local.
And you remember, if you need a home loan, call my daddy.
Quarter number 2, about to get started. TV24 Game of the Week brought to you by Southern States Bank. Also want to thank Sonny King Ford being a part of the broadcast, allowing us to bring you the action here. Man in motion here on second down, and Pope will now get a screen pass out. They've got some numbers and blockers ahead. Able to cut it upfield as he gets outside the numbers down to the 35-yard line, and good play there for Anniston.
We've seen Anniston try to dial up that play last week against Alexandria, and it looks like Anniston was able to make it work there, as we just couldn't get the ball to their receivers on those screen passes last week. That time it was able to work, and see what happens. We got good blockers up front and a good gain on first down here for the Bulldogs.
We don't have a number or name for number 13 on either roster for Anniston that we have, so apologies to him for not being able to say his name, but a great play, and now looks like it'll be a horse collar penalty the other way against Hokes Bluff, as that was Blake Green trying to grab a hold of Cunningham, but so difficult to do. And I'm telling you, this is a very dangerous three-headed monster in the backfield for this Anniston team. And then you add Damon Pope to the mix, and you add Jamorius Young when he comes into the ball game to the mix. It's 5 guys that you have to worry about running the football, and very tough guys to stop.
And I don't have a stat on how many rushing yards they had last week, but I do know it was a bunch. And Anniston's so tough to stop when they get this run game going. And right now, Hokes Bluff was able to get good penetration there, but left a big hole for Anniston to just run straight through and get good yards and then tack on the penalty at the end of the play. And that's exactly what you want. Anniston's gotten a really good chance to score here. See if they can keep it clean and get in the end zone, tie this ball game up.
So back into the red zone are the Anniston Bulldogs, all the way down to the 11 after the penalty. Damon Pope at quarterback. Haven't had to say his name a lot tonight, just because it's been just a straightforward running of this Anniston team so far. It's given Hokes Bluff problems. The only thing that kept them from scoring their last drive was really hurting themselves with some penalties. Pass into the end zone and trying the back shoulder right there and unable to find his receiver.
Great coverage there by Hokes Bluff. Anniston we haven't seen them throw the ball much, but they will throw little back shoulder passes and fades when they get down here close to the end zone. And it's about time we see Jamorius Young here in just a minute. And you know they like to bring him in down here in the red zone.
De'Ante Brooks Jr. now in to play the H-back position for this team. You see Ahmad Kelly and Ja'Cory Carr out wide. Trips to the left, handoff. And this time they're able to get Jabari Williams in the backfield. That does not happen very often, but there's Philip Carter, who we saw have some success at fullback on the touchdown drive there for Hokes Bluff, able to get him down, and again now sets up a third down.
Great play there by Carter. Got to bring Anniston down on first contact, and he done exactly that right there. That is what you need if you're this Hokes Bluff defense. Backed up in your own territory. Nope, not much room for error here.
Now another pass into the end zone and knocked away. Great defense on the back end there as Blake Green jumps up there with Ja'Cory Carr and able to knock it away. And so another fourth down here for Anniston, and this is where the lack of kicking game really kind of hurts this Bulldog team.
Trying to throw it up there for Carr, trying to see if he can make a play there, and it was a huge play there by Green. It's like they've kind of picked on him twice a little bit, and he's came out on top both times, so great play there by Green. Now we'll see what Anniston can do on fourth down. Like you said, not having a kicking game really hurts Anniston here, because now it's pretty much score or no points.
Now throw into the end zone, and he overshoots Ahmad Kelly. We talked about he doesn't miss his guys very much. They kind of go with a play action, possible RPO there, and really you can kind of see Pope try to be a little too quick with it and didn't get his shoulders turned. Fires it just a little too high, and another missed opportunity here for the Bulldogs in the red zone.
Hokes Bluff had numbers back there, but I wouldn't be shocked if Kelly could have made a man miss or even ran over somebody to get in that end zone. But now you give Hokes Bluff the whole field to pretty much try to get in the end zone here from their own, looks like 13-yard line with 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. Anniston needs a quick stop here, because if they don't, Hokes Bluff may not give them the ball back till after halftime.
Handoff up the middle and able to break a tackle, keeps the feet moving. And another really good run there by Blaine Barron. He's ran the ball very well here tonight. They're finding a lot more success running the football than Alexandria was able to a week ago.
They are, and I've started to notice that the way this Hokes Bluff offensive line is working, they're getting a good push up front, and they're able to go between the tackles and not really have to bounce it outside. If you're Anniston, you got to start closing and filling those gaps up, or this is going to be another long, methodical drive for Hokes Bluff here in the second quarter.
Bryce Whitaker under center. And they go with a fullback dive this time, and De'Ante Brooks able to get his arms out there and wrap him up. They drive him backwards. Not sure if that was enough for the first down. It may be third down coming up here for Hokes Bluff.
We've seen Brooks make a big impact last week on the offensive and defensive side of the ball, and that's where he makes his name right there. Hitting guys in the backfield, not letting go, stopping them at the line of scrimmage. Huge play there for Brooks, and now this is a big third down for Hokes Bluff. You don't want to give Anniston a short field to work with. We've seen how fast they can move the ball down the field.
I formation, third down coming up here for Hokes Bluff. Big third down play here if you're Anniston to get off the field and try to get the ball back. Play action, here comes Whitaker. He's just going to try to outrun him to the outside, and he will. Able to make a man miss. He's up close to the 35-yard line, and that was all Bryce Whitaker right there. He knew exactly what he wanted to do on that play. They faked the handoff, get him to the outside. He shows off the speed. And another Mittens Home Center first down for Hokes Bluff.
Whitaker had no plans of throwing that pass. Anniston is biting so hard on the inside run that he pretty much had open space. When the receiver took the corner across the field, he had green grass in front of him. Great play there by Hokes Bluff to keep their offense on the field.
Pre-snap penalty, and the first pre-snap penalty against Hokes Bluff. Not something you see very often from them. that pushes themselves backwards. And they've done a great job tonight, Dawson, staying ahead of the chains, not putting themselves in a tough spot, but now they'll back themselves up to 1st down and 15.
This is the drive for Anniston to get that stop back. Hokes Bluff backed up off the false start. This is where your defense has got to step up. Hokes Bluff is going to put themselves in a hold. Have to step up here. Have to step up. We've got an Anniston player down. He's able to get back up.
Kevontae Johnson. Slow to get up.
He may have something in his eye. He's picking at his eye right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, it's fresh turf here for Anniston that they're playing on, obviously, and so those pellets that they put in the ground are, you know, all over the place, and they're really kind of moving around for one of the first times this year, and so it definitely can happen. You get knocked to the ground, and those things can get up in your eye, and they don't feel too good.
And give credit to Anniston. This is a nice place. Really nice, really nice.
Done a very good job with this place. Got to give the whole town of Anniston a lot of credit. And so 1st down and 15 now coming up here for Hokes Bluff. It'll be a single back formation here. Haven't seen that tonight. And they fake the handoff, and again, here comes Whitaker to the outside. Able to make a man miss. The ball comes out, and Whitaker able to jump on it and able to recover his own fumble up past the 45 up to the 47-yard line. Good run there for Whitaker, and very lucky to be able to jump back on the ball because Anniston really needed that turnover there. Now you'll see a timeout taken by Coach Jackson. And so timeout taken on the field, and we will take a 30-second break with them here on our Southern States Bank Game of the Week. Hokes Bluff leading Anniston 7-0. We'll be back with more right after this.
Discover why Hungry Hut Barbecue has been Etowah County's go-to for mouth-watering barbecue for 40 years. If you're not in the mood for barbecue, try our very popular chicken finger plate with fried green tomatoes of our famous fried pickles. And don't forget about our drive-thru. Come down to Hungry Hut's Barbecue today.
The 1st and 10 will be coming up here for Hokes Bluff, and you've got to feel like the timeout was taken there to tell those guys, look, we've got to have our guys on the backside staying home and not biting for that fate, because obviously this Hokes Bluff coaching staff has seen something with Anniston not staying home on the backside, running that play action and being able to use Whitaker's feet now.
Perfect bounce there for Whitaker. He is very lucky to get that fumble back.
And now they are able to get Anniston jumping here as Dariante Brooks Jr. He really likes to try to jump that snap, and we saw him do it a couple of times last week and make some big plays, but hurts himself and hurts this Anniston team there with a pre-snap penalty, and so now it'll be 1st down and 5 coming up for Hokes Bluff.
You just touched on it. I touched on it a little bit earlier. Anniston is biting so hard on the run. On those outside runs with Whitaker, there's nobody within 15 yards of him. Anniston's got to be able to stay home on those plays right there and notice when he's just holding on to the football, because those are free yards for Whitaker every single time he does that.
I formation, handoff left side, and able to lower the shoulder and gets it up inside the 45-yard line. Very physical run there by Blaine Barron. And so 2nd down and 1 now coming up here for the Eagles.
Notice one thing about Blaine Barron in my little bit of time watching him here tonight. He welcomes contact, and he lowered his shoulder there to get a few extra yards. And now Hokes Bluff is still running this methodical offense, just picking and choosing what holes they want to go through, getting their yards, getting the 1st down, setting themselves up with really good 3rd down and 2nd down plays.
Handoff left side, and Barron able to break a tackle, gets it up inside the 40. Another very physical run for Barron, and it looks like again Kevontae Johnson on the ground for Anniston. And not only him, a couple of guys down.
This is not
Johnson
what
was
you wanna
down
see.
for a second. Also looks like Kamar Holder's down, as well as Charles Thomas. So 2 defensive linemen and a linebacker go down on that play. That was a physical run and a physical play, and it looked like a big collision right there. And you see both of them took the rough end on it. So we've got a break right here in the action. We'll take a break with them. Hokes Bluff leading 7-0. Our TB24 Game of the Week brought to you by Southern States Bank.
At Bentley Prosthetic and Medical Supply, we care about you. We offer custom prosthetics, orthotics, diabetic shoes, and durable medical supplies. We're located here in Alexandria, Alabama, where it's a country feel but professional care. Come see us today.
So players able to get up and walk off the field. Good to see for them. Kevontae Johnson will stay out there for Anniston. So a couple of fresh faces now out there on the defensive line for Anniston. Jalen Henderson, one of the guys that comes in, as well as Brandon Coleman. And there you see Mikael Cole running onto the field. So T formation, handoff right side, a lot of running room, and good job there by Kevontae Johnson to meet him as soon as he tried to cut up field there, but another good run, and this Hokes Bluff coaching staff just continues to find running room for this team.
And this is one thing that I'm noticing is Anniston last week against Alexandria was so good at covering sideline to sideline, and the few runs we've seen Hokes Bluff go sideline to sideline, they're getting 5 or 6 yards a carry on it. And something's clicking for Hokes Bluff that's not clicked with this Anniston defense yet, as they're finding success up the middle, outside, inside, out. It doesn't matter. They're finding success.
High formation, under 5.5 minutes to go until halftime. Handoff left side, cuts it up inside, and a big hit by Kevontae Johnson. Nice job by Tyree Judkins to meet him right there in the hole, and then Johnson cleans him up as Judkins grabbed a hold of him. And so 3rd down and short coming up, but we've talked about it all night. I mean, this Hokes Bluff team's done a very good job of keeping themselves out of 2nd and long, 3rd and long situations.
Good tone setter hit there for Judkins to try to fire this Anniston defense up, because right now they're on their heels, and like you said, Hokes Bluff is setting themselves up for success on these short 3rd downs and short 2nd down plays.
Timeout taken by Hokes Bluff. And so we will take the timeout with them. Hokes Bluff leading 7-0. 3rd down and about 4 coming up when we return after this Visiting Angels Living Assistant Services timeout.
What can you buy for $10? A hat? A milkshake? 166 channels plus live sports? That's right, for only $10 you can get 166 channels of classic TV shows and movies, including the latest news update from all around the world and local sports. Just simply go to 24ctn.com and click download, and then for only $10 you can have access to the best TV available.
4:52 remaining until halftime. Our TB24 Southern States Bank Game of the Week. And again, want to thank Sonny King Ford for being a part of the broadcast now, allowing us to bring you these games each and every week. Starting to get deeper and deeper into the season. Once you get going, the season just starts to fly by. Almost halfway through now. A lot of teams will be playing their middle of the year non-region games next week. I formation coming up here for Hokes Bluff. 3rd down and 4. And now you're going to have movement against Hokes Bluff. And again, we talked about you don't see it very often from them, but that one comes at a really bad time as it now pushes them back into their first really 3rd and long situation of the night.
We haven't seen Hokes Bluff really try to take the top off of this Anniston defense. They've done nothing but run the football, and now I'm anxious to see maybe this is the play. If you're Anniston, you got to have it in the back of your mind, because Hokes Bluff's been running the ball a lot. You don't want to catch yourself sleeping in the secondary and Hokes Bluff throw a deep ball here and get some points on 3rd and long. If you're Anniston, you need to step up. This has been the drive. They've had their chances. They need to step up here.
3rd down and 9. We'll see if they let Whitaker throw it for the first time tonight. Shotgun snap, and it will be a fake and a throw from Whitaker, and he hits his man in stride. Great throw there by Bryce Whitaker, and he stays on his feet inside the 15-yard line all the way down to the 12. Able to find Anderson Morgan, who came up with a big pass deflection in both end zones on both drives for Anniston, and now a huge catch on 3rd down and 9.
And Anniston back their corners up and just a quick pass out to Anderson, and that is not what you need if you're Anniston. You get them to 3rd and long, finally think you have a chance to maybe force a stop, and you backed off. Quick pass, 3 yards for Hokes Bluff.
Handoff straight ahead, and a big tackle there by Anniston. Able to wrap him up and get him down right at the line of scrimmage. That hasn't happened a ton tonight. Good to see Kamar Holder back in the ball game for Anniston, able to make the play.
Huge play there for Holder. Stop him at the line of scrimmage. They haven't done it much, but that was a huge play there for him to give Hokes Bluff a 2nd down and long, which is something we have not seen much from Hokes Bluff. They've always been 2nd down and 3, 2nd down and 4. This is a good start for Anniston in their own territory.
And we saw Anniston go on a long drive to get no points. They'd like to return the favor here. Handoff left side. Able to use his blockers, breaks a tackle inside the 5, down towards the 3-yard line, and another really good run there for Blaine Barron.
Barron doesn't go down on first contact. We have seen that here tonight. And I was talking about Hokes Bluff getting Anniston down on first contact. Now it seems like the scripts maybe flipped a little bit. Anniston's struggling to bring guys down on first contact, and Hokes Bluff's making them pay for it.
Third and 1. Right at 3 minutes to go. And it'll just be a quarterback sneak from Whitaker, and he backs his way close to the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown for Hokes Bluff as Whitaker just keeps it straight ahead. Great drive there for Bryce Whitaker, and huge for him to recover his own fumble earlier on this drive. But another Mata's Greek Pizza touchdown for Hokes Bluff, and they're an extra point away from taking a 14-0 lead and really kind of starting to put Anniston on their heels.
And it looked like they had him at the line of scrimmage, and he kept moving his feet and was able to get in the end zone. Anniston's got to do a better job of bringing guys down when they make first contact. They are struggling right now tonight on this.
Extra point up and good. So 14-0 now your score. Hokes Bluff. This game going exactly how they want it to. Anniston's only had 2 drives of offense. We'll take a quick break and be back with kickoff right after this.
Come out and check out the Alabama Tractor difference. We can take care of all your needs of parts, sales, and service for RTVs, zero turns, and tractors and construction equipment. See us here in Lincoln at 620 Speedway Industrial Drive. Or come visit us here in Asheville at 275 6th Avenue, or give us a call at 205-594-7000.
14-0 score, and Hokes Bluff getting set to kick it off. On TV 24 Game of the Week, presented by Southern States Bank. And again, I want to thank Sonny King Ford for now being a part of the broadcast with us. Also, Mata's Greek Pizza and Visiting Angels Living Assistance. And then you've seen plenty of Mittens Home Center first downs from Hokes Bluff here tonight. And on the return there, just kind of slips down, really couldn't find anywhere to go. Good coverage from Hokes Bluff. And so Anniston, for the second time tonight, will start a drive inside their own 20-yard lines. That was Nicholas Warren on the return and just kind of lost his footing.
Anniston hasn't had this turf field very long. They just put it in, so you know a lot of these guys have been practicing on it and whatnot, but they're still probably getting used to it a little bit. And that was, I mean, it looked like Hokes Bluff had the numbers, though. They was able to get their special teams down there very quickly. So now Anniston's got a long ways to go here in the second quarter with minimal time left on the clock.
2:53 remaining. Swing pass out here, and he fielded that one on his knees, and so Pope has now missed his last 2 passes, really. Maybe that announcer jinx can be real sometimes.
It can be sometimes, and they've had success on those little wide receiver screen passes so far, and that one was just a little low. Catches it on a knee, and now Anniston is going backwards to start this drive, and this is not what you need. Not much time left on the clock here in the second quarter. And about 2 minutes and 38 seconds to go.
2:30 remaining here until halftime. Pope in shotgun. He's got trips to the right, 1 wide receiver down here to the left. Snap, and Pope with a pump fake. Now will drop back, and this is where he's at his best, like we talked about, improvising. Now looks downfield, and it almost is intercepted. Good play there in the secondary for Hokes Bluff, as that was James Cox, able to get in front of the pass and almost able to pick it off. And this Hokes Bluff pass rush has gotten to Pope a couple of times tonight, and right there almost forced him to make a bad decision. And they've done a good job of containing Pope and not allowing him to take off, because we saw him really hurt Alexandria a week ago with his leg.
Just create a bowl around him and don't let him get away with his feet. And there, I feel like he would have been better off just running that ball. Hokes Bluff had the numbers in front of him, but I'm sure he could have made a few man miss to get up some positive yards. Almost an interception for Hokes Bluff.
This time a handoff, and he will head towards the outside, trying to outrun them, and a great play right there by Philip Carter. We have seen him be huge at the fullback position offensively tonight, and a great defensive play right there with Anniston backed up. Keeps him from being able to get a first down. If he's able to get around him there, it all of a sudden gets very dangerous. 1 minute and 45 seconds left to go here until halftime, and it looks like Hokes Bluff will take a timeout. See if they can add to this lead before halftime. So visiting Angels timeout, we'll take it with them. Hokes Bluff leading 14-0.
At Southern States Bank, we pride ourselves on being your bank. We're your neighbors and involved in the community. We're the bank featuring the Southern Rewards checking account, a cashback account with no ATM fees. We are on the cutting edge and always have a smiling face to help you out. So come to Southern States Bank, where we are committed to great service and being a great neighbor. Let us be the bank for you and your business.
So 4th down and 8 coming up for Anniston, and most likely they'll punt it away. If you hadn't seen Anniston yet this year, they will line up like it looks like they're going to run their offense, and then the quarterback will kind of step back a little bit, get the snap, and punt it away. And so we expect to see that from Damon Pope on this play. You see him lined up a little further back than normal. This is their punt formation. Pope gets rid of it. Not a bad kick as it sends them backwards, but it will take a Hokes Bluff roll and down at the 47-yard line. So about a 30-yard punt there for the Anniston Bulldogs. But Hokes Bluff now with 1 minute and 36 seconds left. Not much of a passing offense, but chance to at least maybe try to go get in field goal range and see if you can get 3 points on the board before halftime.
Well, the way they've been running the football, we've seen them throw one pass. Anniston played it soft and backed up and gave 3 yards to Hokes Bluff. We'll see what they decide to do here on this drive. You got a 14-0 lead. Don't want to force nothing and give Anniston the ball back. But we'll see what they run here with minimal time left here in the second quarter.
Shotgun formation. Handoff left side. And a good job there setting the edge by the Anniston Bulldogs. Able to get him down around the 43. Gain of 4 on the play. Clock ticking, 1 minute, 20 seconds remaining. A couple of substitutions coming in the ball game, including Blaine Barron.
Seen Barron be very successful tonight in the run game. Big tailback for Hokes Bluff. We'll see if Anniston can bottle him here and stop him at first contact.
T formation, one tight end at the bottom of the screen. They fake it to Barron, and now you will see a pass out here to the outside. And see if a flag is thrown. No flag. Good coverage out there on the outside there for Anniston from Dekias Baker. So that stops the clock. 57.2 seconds left. 3rd down and 6, and kind of decision time here for this Hokes Bluff coaching staff. We've seen this Anniston offense can be very quick strike. They probably don't want to give them a chance. We'll see if they keep it on the ground here to try to keep the clock moving before halftime.
Anniston's only got 1 timeout left. They used 2. They only have 1 left, so they'll have to make it quick if they get the ball back.
High formation, Whitaker fumbles the snap and just runs straight ahead, and he's going to get the 1st down. And you know, really the difference is this week we're seeing Bryce Whitaker make some of the plays that we saw Damon Pope make a week ago for this Anniston offense.
Ball hits the ground, makes it happen with his legs, and a great play there. If you're Hokes Bluff, that's exactly what you wanted. Not the fumble, but that's a huge play there for Hokes Bluff. So we have some chain malfunctions here as
So stoppage in the action, not really sure what the stoppage is for, as it is pretty clearly a 1st down.
it looks like the chain game's a little mixed up here on what's going on, because it's clearly a 1st down. Maybe the officials were confused about something there, but it was indeed a 1st down, and Hokes Bluff still got the football here.
We'll see if they hurry it up on offense any. So now ball blown in play. Clock starts ticking. 47 seconds, 45. And Whitaker now will keep it again. Looking downfield, throws it on the run. And got a man. And now a penalty flag will come out, and this could be offensive pass interference here on this play.
Looks like Anniston had a defender there, and he falls down, helmet comes off. As I believe that you are correct, that may be offensive pass interference on Hokes Bluff, and that's going to back them up. That's not what you need when you got to go field goal kicker. You don't want to go backwards.
That play right there probably just made the decision for Hokes Bluff. Got to imagine they'll run the football here and just run the clock out. Go to halftime and be very pleased with a 14-0 lead at halftime. I'm not sure there's very many people in the state that would have told you that they would shut out this Anniston team in the 1st half.
I don't know anybody who would, but the way their offense is moving, this looks like a very good team so far here tonight. As we've seen their offense pretty much just go at their pace, do anything they want running the football. It's huge for Hokes Bluff.
Handoff up the middle, and they grab them right at the line of scrimmage. Clock ticking, under 30 seconds to go, and most likely that'll be your final play of the 1st half. Doesn't look like Hokes Bluff is in any hurry, and so that will be the final play of the half. An eventful 1st half. Hokes Bluff able to take advantage of their opportunities and get in the end zone twice. They're able to keep Anniston out of the end zone. Anniston has gotten 2 drives inside of the 15, but come away with no points. So we'll take a break here. Hokes Bluff leading Anniston 14-0 in our Southern States Bank Game of the Week. We'll be back with more after this break.
Bar and Grill. Come down for our amazing bar, stocked with everything you could want, and our amazing food, ranging from whole pizzas all the way to oysters. Our food is cooked fresh and brought to you with amazing service. For the best food and drinks, come to Penguin's Bar and Grill.
Hey guys, I'm Cameron Minton with Minton Home Center. Minton Home Center has been in business for over 40 years. We are a family-owned and operated manufactured home dealership. We offer affordable housing for our customers, as well as a multitude of different financing options to help our customers get into a new home. When you come to Minton Home Center and you start looking around our lot, the first thing you will notice is that we have the most competitive prices in the industry.
Hey, this is Jason at Reeves Insurance. Just want to say a quick thank you to all of our customers for your support over the years. We now have offices in Anniston, Alexandria, and Oxford in order to serve you better. So stop in and see me or any of our experienced staff and let us shop for you. We'll find you the best price and the best coverage available. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to
give them a round of applause. Our second alternates to the king and queen, Miss Andrew Nelson and Miss Kiera Thomas. First alternates to the king and queen, Mr. Juan Grant and Miss Shakaya Lynn. And now we all know who the king and queen is, Mr. Jabari Cunningham. The crowning of our king will be by former king, Mr. Darian Tyson. Don't feel beautiful. Give them a round of applause. At this time, I would like to give some acknowledgments to our Bulldog administration, our superintendent, Dr. D-Ray Hill, our principal, Mr. Philip Posey, assistant principal, Mr. Tyson Hall, our career tech director, Mr. Christopher Howard, agent faculty and staff, senior advisors, and homecoming committee, yours truly, Ms. Daryl Jackson, Ms. Gussie Stallworth, Ms. Engineer Hennings, Ms. Kiera Irvin, our student DJ, Shamar Benson, First Sergeant Randy Cerner, and Lieutenant Colonel Peter Brown, Mr. Kerwin Allen, and the marvelous agents and staff, Ms. Althea Ashford, and Mr. Lamonte Ashford, our homecoming floor, Ms. T. Northwood, Mr. Edward Sturkey, Ms. Diane Smith, Hands and Feet Ministries. Our club breakfast was sponsored this morning by the 17th Street Baptist Church, and our meal for the band was catered by Ms. Mary Davis and Ms. Kiwana Clark. Special thanks to Anniston Bulldog Alumni Association. The press box was sponsored by the class of 1989 that's celebrating their 35th class reunion in the stands this evening. Ms. Fanny Baltimore, Mr. Stephen Fox, Mr. Joe Hoffman, Mr. Fraser Burrows, and the city of Anniston. And to you, our Bulldog fans and parents, we thank you for showing up in the city yesterday to make our parade a great success. We want to also recognize our game announcers, the scorekeeper, Mr. Dean Robinson, Mr. Jason Buchanan, agents culinary arts classes, Coach Rico Jackson, and the Bulldog staff. And at this time, the homecoming court will come off the field, and the band will get their swag on. Again, it's a great day to be a Bulldog.
And now, the band will return to block band formation to perform tunes from the Usher collection. My Boo, yeah, and You Make Me Want.
to Classic 13. How can I help you? I was thinking about getting a tattoo. Do I need to make an appointment? No, we take walk-ins every day. Let's find someone to help you. Follow me. Okay, if you'll have a seat right here. Thank you.
Come down to Classic 13, where good tattoos aren't cheap, and cheap tattoos ain't good.
Hi, everybody. I'm Eli Gold, and I want to invite you to tune in to Jack State Live, a look at the campus and athletic department at Jack State, followed by the Coach Rich Rod Show, where we will break down and preview the next football game for the Gamecocks.
Hello, my name is Bob Couch, and I'm the owner of Couch's Jewelers. We are your destination for engagement rings, wedding bands, and anniversary and birthday gifts. We offer a wide selection of the best value diamond jewelry and engagement rings. We even gift wrap every purchase for free. And if you have some jewelry that is broken, no worries. Expert jewelry service is offered in-house. At Couch's Jewelers, our customer service is unmatched. If you'd like a special jewelry item created just for you, please come to see us.
At Alexandria Brake and Muffler, we strive to perform exceptional service using premium quality parts to ensure your vehicle withstands the test of time. We do all automotive maintenance and repairs consisting of AC service, check engine light diagnostics, brakes, coolant, and exhaust. Give us a call today. Proudly serving our community to provide honest, high-quality service and repair at a fair price.
I want to live. The leading cause of death of young Americans like me is gun violence, and oftentimes tied to substance misuse. NBA, NFL, NCAA, most of you look like me, and our communities need you now more than ever. Let's make I Want to Live more than just a hashtag. Let's make it a movement. I am a baller against bullets.
Good afternoon, I'm Dr. Olubidi. I would like to welcome you to our clinic, which is virtually your clinic. We strive to provide a family environment from our nurses as well as the practitioners we have in the clinic to serve you and your family members. We pride ourselves for having state-of-the-art facility here in the clinic to include ultrasound, fibroscan, to check on your liver. We welcome you in our clinic, your clinic, at Dr. Alobides. And thank you so very much.
Getting set for half number 2. Our TV24 game of the week brought to you by Southern States Bank. Hokes Bluff with a 14-0 lead and will be receiving the kickoff to start the second half. And it's going to be up to this Anniston defense to try to help get their offense back into the ball game. Kind of feel like this offense for Anniston is ready to strike at any point here in the second half, and once they do and kind of take the lid off of it, they may can get something going. But it's been all Hokes Bluff, and this game has really kind of gone exactly the way that they have wanted this game to go, with chewing up clock and really limiting the possessions of this Anniston Bulldog offense.
Well, you played at their pace the whole game. Anniston is yet to figure out a way to stop this Hokes Bluff run game. And Anniston has just got to figure out a way to get a stop. They need a stop quick. Get your offense some time to move the football. And they've had opportunities to stop Hokes Bluff, had many third downs. Hokes Bluff had a penalty field drive at one time. And when I say penalty field, I mean like 2 or 3. And now Anniston just finds themselves with their backs against the doors here. As if you give Hokes Bluff this football and can't figure out a way to stop this run game, Hokes Bluff will give you the ball back with about 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. So Anniston really needs to figure out a way to get a stop here.
Kickoff will end up going out of bounds, and so Not the way Anniston was looking to start the second half. It would be great field position for Hokes Bluff here to start their first drive.
Great field position for an offense clicking on all cylinders. If you're Coach Robertson, that's exactly what you want, as your offense has really not made any mistakes tonight. They've had a few plays that got stopped at the line of scrimmage, maybe one negative play on offense that I can remember. I don't know if they've had any really, because their offense has been rolling tonight. And we'll see what they got here for Anniston to start this third quarter. You know you're going to see that run game, so we'll see if Anniston's been prepared after a halftime speech or so, maybe to stop the run.
Bryce Whitaker will get under center, I formation to get things started. Blaine Barron in the backfield. And it will go to Barron right straight ahead, and he is met right at the line of scrimmage. Gain of about 2 on the play. So 2nd down and 8 now coming up here for Hokes Bluff.
Good job there by Anniston. Beating him at the line of scrimmage, bringing him down on first contact. That is what you need. If you are Anniston, that's what you got to have. You have to have those stops at the line of scrimmage, because we just seen Hokes Bluff have too many chunk plays there in the first half, just 10, 15 yards a carry.
Man in motion. Whitaker will roll out. Now he will tuck it and run, and now we'll get rid of it and throw it behind his receiver. Almost a good catch coming across there by Colton Shields, but unable to hang on to it. And so it'll be 3rd down and 8 coming up. And not many of these tonight for this Hokes Bluff team, exactly what the Anniston defense was looking for.
We didn't see Hokes Bluff throw the ball much in the first half, and they come out and second play of the drive to start the third quarter. They throw the football just a little bit behind his receiver. But now, if you're Hokes Bluff, you got to figure out a way here on 3rd down and long. You haven't been in this situation much. Going to run that T formation like they've been doing a lot tonight. Been very successful with it as well.
So here is that T formation. 3rd down. Whitaker takes a snap. He's got wide open running room up the middle, and he's going to get the first down by about a half of yard, as they went with basically a quarterback draw right there, and it just separated for him. And Whitaker has done a great job of using his feet tonight to make things happen. And again, able to get a Mittens Home Center first down.
And if you're Anniston, you got to be upset about that. You get two and three great plays in a row, and then the quarterback keeper. Something they haven't done going up the middle much. They've done it on the outside, but haven't gone up the middle with the quarterback keeper yet, and it works there.
Letting the clock run as Whitaker now gets under center. Hand off straight ahead, and great move there by Blaine Barron. Another good move as he makes a man miss. He's now headed down the sidelines. They're not going to catch him. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Looked like Anniston may have had a chance to bring him down there, but he uses his speed and gets to the outside. And we've talked about it all night. Barron is a very physical runner. And he went through contact, done a good juke move or two. And it's rare to see a guy like that with that type of moves running the football. And we saw Hokes Bluff pretty much go on about 10 to 15 play drives in the first half. And now we see him on a 5-play drive, get a touchdown. That's what you want if you're Hokes Bluff.
That's actually Brenton Hale there on the run instead of Blaine Barron. Thought it was a 6, but it was a 3. And so his second touchdown of the night, and they're an extra point away from going up 21-0 here on homecoming night for Anniston.
Hale or Barron.
Knock it through.
Hale or Barron, it doesn't matter. They've both been workhorses tonight in the backfield for Hokes Bluff.
And very surprising to see Hokes Bluff have as much success as they've had running the football. I mean, we saw Alexandria 3 weeks ago have a lot of success against White Plains running the ball and getting things going with Elijah Hunter. And then last week, he just really couldn't find much success at all against this Anniston team. But here tonight, it's been a totally different story. Hokes Bluff has really just kind of been able to do what they want running the football against this team.
And I've touched on it a little bit. Anniston did not let Alexandria go sideline to sideline on them. They stopped them every time they tried to go outside. And now it just doesn't look like the same type of defense that they was running against Alexandria. Hokes Bluff has had much success going to the outside, inside, and Anniston's got to figure something out here because they're down 21-0. Still a lot of time in the ball game, but they're down 21-0 here in the third quarter. They've got to figure something out.
Kickoff away and fielded. Now trying to take it back across the field, and he is tripped up. And a great play coming across there by Ryland Fleming for Hokes Bluff, able to get him to the ground. And Anniston has hurt him with one kick return so far tonight, but outside of that, they've done a very good job on kick coverage and backing up this Anniston offense. Another drive that will start inside the 20.
And Anniston has had a lot of success tonight on offense, but have yet to get on the board. They took the first drive of the game all the way inside the red zone and just could not get points on the board. And like we've talked about for 2 weeks, not having a kicker really hurts Anniston here. They've got to try to get on the board here.
Pistol formation, handoff up the middle, and just nowhere to go for Cunningham.
That play was blown up there from the start as Hokes Bluff's linebackers done a great job of picking out that run play, shooting through the gap, and making a great stop in the backfield there. As Anniston's run game very deadly if you let them hurt you, and great job there by Hokes Bluff.
Have not seen Damon Pope make as many plays tonight as we saw him make a week ago. Snap to Pope. He'll drop back. Got pressure. Penalty flag comes down. Pope will now get rid of it. And tipped around and will fall incomplete. And so it looks like a holding penalty will be called against Anniston. Interested to see if they accept the penalty or if they decline it and force a 3rd down and long.
It's 2 interceptions dropped by Hokes Bluff tonight, and they're containing Pope so well. The ends are just kind of creating a bowl around him to where he can't go anywhere, and he almost feels like he's just forcing some passes down the field, and the holding penalty is going to back him up even further. And when your offense is just struggling to figure out a way to pass the ball and all you can do is run, this Hokes Bluff team's disciplined enough to single out the run plays and be able to make Anniston have to try to throw the ball a little bit.
So 3rd down and long now here for Anniston. See if Pope can maybe make a play here. It's have not been able to get much going in the passing game since that first drive. Snap to Pope, and here's a screen play, and they've got blockers out in front. Here comes the speed from this Anniston team, able to cut inside, breaks a tackle up past the 40, and there is Ja'Cory Carr, the wide receiver for Anniston, making a big play as they caught this Hokes Bluff team screaming upfield there, and really the first big play of the whole entire night for this Anniston team.
And that's what you need if you're Anniston. We've seen them run that screen play a lot in the past 2 weeks, and that time it worked to perfection. Got your blockers out front, was able to use his speed to get up the field, and that's a 1st down you need if you're Anniston. If you're Hokes Bluff, you're upset about that, and you're upset about that play.
1st and 10, handoff straight ahead. There goes Jabari Williams, breaking a tackle and up inside the 45 into Hokes Bluff territory. And now starting to look a lot more like they did on that first drive of the night that got them inside of the red zone before they stalled. Mittens Home Center 1st down.
2 plays, 2 first downs for Anniston. Maybe this offense is finally starting to get their feet underneath them.
Handoff again to Jabari Williams. Now he will run towards the sideline in a great play to wrap him up and get him to the ground by James Cox. Another big-time play there for Cox. And that forced Williams to go backwards there. They lose 3 on the play.
I feel like we've been calling James Cox's name a lot tonight on the defensive side of the ball. Wherever the ball's at, you can best believe he's around it. And it looks like Jabari Williams is coming off the field a little shaken up there. And that's what you don't need if you're Anniston.
Second down and 13. 8 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Hokes Bluff has been in control of this ball game. Pope rolls right, now looks back left, throws it deep. And it is caught down by the goal line. First big pass play of the night for Anniston, and they needed that one. Able to get it inside the 5. Another Mittens Home Center 1st down for the Bulldogs. And for the first time tonight, we'll see Jamoris Young come into the ball game here by the goal line to try to get it in the end zone.
They like to bring the big man in here, down here by the goal line in the red zone, and that's a play you need if you're Damon Pope. Get your confidence up. Let your receiver make a play, and that's exactly what he did.
De'Ariante Brooks back there with him. He'll be the lead blocker for Young, and Young goes nowhere on the first play. And now a lineman loses a helmet for Anniston. He'll have to come out of the ball game.
Good play there by Hokes Bluff. Stack the box, and you know what's going to happen down here. When they've got Brooks and Young, the two bruisers in the backfield, you know what Anniston's going to try to do. They're going to try to punch you in the mouth and see if they can just run over you to get in the end zone. Great job there by Hokes Bluff. We've seen De'Ariante Brooks make an impact on the offensive side of the ball last week.
Here's Young. He'll throw the football and over his intended receiver and in the back of the end zone. Incompletion, and so very quickly now 3rd down. And this will be now the 3rd time that Hokes Bluff allows Anniston to get inside the 15 but not give up any points.
If you're Anniston, you've got to put points on the board here. You've had 2 big plays happen on this drive. Your offense finally starts rolling. You've got to have it happen here. This has got to be points. Another play by Hokes Bluff. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
So again, 4th down coming up here for Anniston, 4th and goal. And they'll look back at a lot of missed opportunities here in this ball game tonight. They're unable to come back and win this one.
If you're Anniston, it almost feels like it's a little conservative down here. They've had 1 pass play, 2 runs, and Hokes Bluff stacking the box. They've got a lot of guys on the line of scrimmage, and they're getting a good push on this Anniston offensive line, and they're going to send Damon Pope and Williams back in the game with 2 playmakers. And this has got to be points. If you're Anniston, this is a must-score drive.
Here goes Pope. He's going to roll right and just take it himself, and he will get into the end zone, and a big touchdown for the Anniston Bulldogs. They needed that one, and that one was all Damon Pope.
Penalty flag down on he spun the ball after he scored the touchdown. It's going to be a penalty.
So waiting to see the call. If it is him spinning the ball, it's a tough penalty. Would hate to have a kid be excited about scoring a touchdown.
I'm pretty sure that was penalty. Threw it right after it happened. That's exactly what it is. You know Anniston's going to go for 2 because this is a part of Anniston's game where it'll make or break you. We've seen it almost break them last week against Alexandria, so we'll see what if they can have better success going for 2 here in the game against Hokes Bluff tonight.
And you saw the ref kind of give the motion of him spinning the ball there to Coach Jackson. And tough call there against Anniston, in my opinion. Score a touchdown, ought to be able to have a little bit of emotion.
And 4th down, too, big 4th down.
Yeah.
I mean, if they didn't score there, Hokes Bluff
kind of should have a feel for the game. This makes the 2-point conversion a lot tougher as Pope will now throw it towards the end zone and it'll be intercepted. Didn't really get enough on that one. So Anniston able to get 6 on the board. Can't come away with the 2 points. We'll take a quick break. Be back with more on our TV24 Game of the Week right after this.
Campers Unlimited, we offer a no-pressure experience, no hidden fees, and great service after the sale, making us one of the fastest-growing RV dealers in the Southeast. With our second location in Oxford, we offer a great selection of over 220 campers from top brands, including Grand Design. Our mission is to help friends and family spend time together in the great outdoors. At Campers Unlimited, you aren't just a customer, you are family. Check out our inventory at campersunlimited.net or come see us at Gaston or Oxford.
So Anniston will kick it off, trailing by 15. Needing another big stop to try to get back into the ball game.
Anniston needs to get a stop here on this drive, get the ball back to their offense after a big touchdown there. Get a stop here, try to get the momentum back on your side.
Now get it done there. Big hit there on kickoff coverage. That always kind of gets a team fired up. Good coverage there from Anniston and a good kick all the way down inside the 20.
And Anniston's starting to show a little bit of emotion. They're starting to get fired up a little bit. And this is what you need if you're Anniston. You got to get some momentum, get fired up here. As you're down 21-6. And if their defense can get a stop here and get it back to their offense, we may start seeing a little shift here.
Handoff up the middle, and really nowhere to go there on that play. Good job by the Anniston defense. Trying to rip the ball away there from Lane Barron. And now Barron a little slow to get up after that play. Not what you want to see if you're a Hokes Bluff Eagle fan. Looks like he will come out. Good news is you got a back like Brenton Hale to be able to come into the ball game right behind him.
Good 1-2 punch for Hokes Bluff, and Anniston, good push there. Starting to get a little push on this defensive line that I've spoke highly on in this game. Very physical, and they're starting to get a little bit of a push here on Hokes Bluff, and that's what you need here in the second half.
Handoff left side. Good run here by Hale. That'll set them up right where they want to be. Third down and about 3 or 4 coming up here for the Eagles, and the clock continuing to move.
Shot out of a cannon on that handoff there. Just speed right off the rip as soon as he touched the ball. And if you're Hokes Bluff, this is where you want to be. They've been in these situations all night long. 3rd and short. Anniston needs to bow up here and make a stop here on 3rd down.
Straight ahead, and we'll see where they end up marking him. Close to the 1st down, but it will be about a yard short. And now a big decision coming up here for Hokes Bluff, and it looks like they're not going to take very long to make the decision. They're going to at least keep the offense out to try to draw Anniston off sides.
And it may not be a terrible idea for Hokes Bluff to go for it here. They've had really good success running the football and to the outside, and I hate to say that because Anniston's been very good at covering that, but we'll see what they decide to do. Maybe draw them off sides, maybe go for it. We'll see Anniston stacking the box.
Whitaker is trying to get him to jump. And now they will go with the quarterback sneak, and I don't think he got there. He didn't. He did not get there. A big stop there by the Anniston Bulldogs.
Coach Robertson's not happy. He just threw his hat. He is very upset with that. And if you're Hokes Bluff there, I almost feel like you may need to hand it to your bruiser in the backfield and let him try to take some guys with him. But Anniston, exactly what I said needed to happen. They needed a stop there, and that's what they got. And this Anniston offense, coming off their first set of points of the game, has now got the ball back, trailing by 2 touchdowns.
A little bit of life now coming in from the Anniston side, starting to wake up a little bit. We'll see if the offense can continue the momentum here. Huge stop by the defense. They've gotten 2 big stops here. Missed it by about a half a yard. So here's Damon Pope with Quintavious Cunningham in the backfield with him. Snap. Here's Pope going to drop back. Gets rid of it, and a dangerous pass and a huge hit. And that was Ahmad Kelly coming across the middle. And Drew McCarver made him pay for it, and that is a clean hit. That would be clean on Saturdays.
Great play. This Hokes Bluff secondary's done a great job. You take away the big play and the few screen passes that Anniston's run, they've done a great job in balls thrown down the field by Damon Pope, and we see him get a little, last week seemed like he was a little conservative throwing the ball down the field. Tonight he's letting it loose, and Hokes Bluff almost came away with 2 interceptions. That one easily could have been a third opportunity, but good job there by Hokes Bluff to make Anniston have to work for this second down.
That's really the third pass tonight's been on the money from Pope that they've knocked out of the hands of the receiver. Here's Pope again. They're going to go with the screen over here to the left side. Has some blockers in front, makes a man miss. And again, that's McCarver on the tackle. He gets it up to about the 35-yard line, and so it'll be around 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 coming up for Anniston, and it's no doubt 2-down territory for the Bulldogs.
And I will agree with you there. Damon Pope has been on the money tonight. He has thrown, he had a few plays there in the first half where he just kind of, it's almost like he got off his game a little bit, maybe didn't square his shoulders up a little bit. For the most part, though, he's looked very accurate tonight. And he's got the legs under, and to make it happen with his feet, really a dual threat guy, really the definition of one.
Handoff up the middle. Nice cut. And another good one back towards the middle. Takes a big hit, but goes down right at the 15-yard line. And so another good run and another Mittens Home Center first down. And Anniston now in very dangerous territory, getting themselves back in the ball game. The only negative for them is they can't kick an extra point, and so they'll have to go for 2. And if they miss the 2-point conversion, it stays a 2-possession game.
We know Chin's a very solid kicker for Hokes Bluff, and that play by Grant, the play before, was a huge run. Great cut outside and then cut it back inside. Very fleet on his feet. Great job there by Anniston. And this offense is starting to roll like we know they can. And it looked like they tried to go with a little bit of tempo there, but that play was blown dead.
Yeah, it looked like everybody didn't get set before the snap, so costly penalty there for the Bulldogs. And that's really been where they've hurt themselves tonight.
Hurt themselves tonight in this game, and they hurt themselves in the first half of last week's game with just penalties down here. And without a kicker, you have to go for it. So
how about a surprise score from down South Alabama? Enterprise 14, Central Phoenix City 13 at halftime.
Great ball game there. And the Hokes Bluff defense all over that run by Grant.
So kind of similar to the first drive of the game, Anniston moved the ball very well, but a pre-snap penalty pushed them backwards. But looks like now a late penalty flag came in. Some Hokes Bluff players were upset, and they think it's on them, and it will be on them.
I seen the flag come in on the hit, and I'm really anxious to see what the white cap calls here, because I seen it come in on the hit, and it just looked like there was a lot of white jerseys tackling Grant. I'm really wondering what this penalty is going to be for. I'm going to maybe say doing unsportsmanlike conduct. I'm assuming.
Direct snap this time to Jabari Williams, and a great job by Hokes Bluff of keeping him contained. They got a guy slow to get up after the tackle. Not what they want to see there, as that is their fullback and big-time linebacker, Philip Carter.
I really like that formation there by Anniston. Bring in Young, and then just direct snap to Williams. I really like that play call there, but Hokes Bluff all over it. As they've been able to, down here in their own territory, they've been very good at slowing down this Anniston offense, making them work, go to 4th down to get the 6-point they have now.
There goes Pope rolling left. He's just going to take off with it and lowers the shoulder, and big collision inside the 5-yard line. And you see Cunningham fired up after the play there. And doesn't look like he got enough for the first down.
A penalty on Anniston.
Yeah, it looks like a penalty.
Like a holding penalty. We've seen that a lot from Anniston tonight. As soon as he rolls out, as soon as he starts to move up in the pocket, it looks like that's just a holding penalty, and Hokes Bluff's going to rotate some fresh guys in. As Anniston, we've seen this already tonight, and they've had to work for the 6 points they've got. I've just said that a moment ago, and now they're going to have to work even more to get this first down to try to get themselves within scoring range again.
Clock ticking, right at a minute to go here in the third quarter. Hokes Bluff trying to get lined up. Here's Pope. Pump fakes. Now steps up, throws the ball, and a great pass right over the linebacker's head and into the end zone for a touchdown. Great catch by Quintavious Cunningham, and for the first time tonight, we really see Pope make a play with his feet, stepping up in the pocket, but you see what he does so well. He keeps his eyes downfield and able to get a modest Greek pizza touchdown, and now the biggest two-point conversion of this ball game coming up here for Anniston.
Great job by Pope, knowing where the line of scrimmage is, stepping up and firing a strike to Cunningham there. Huge play for the Bulldogs. Like you said, this two-point conversion is huge for Anniston.
There's Pope rolling right. Now he's trying to come back left. Makes a man miss. Here comes Pope now back the other way at the 10. Makes another man miss. Keeping his eyes downfield. Is now hit from behind. Trying to stay on his feet. Can't get in the end zone, and so Hokes Bluff defense, a big stop there as that keeps it a two-possession game now, a 9-point game, and that's really where the lack of kicking game for Anniston really hurts his team.
And Hokes Bluff done a great job there, as we thought we was going to see the same thing that happened on the first touchdown for Anniston, as we know that Anniston can roll out of the pocket and Damon Pope can make something happen. They've done a great job containing him. He goes back across, and Hokes Bluff just keeps him out of the end zone. And like you said, not having a kicking game is very tough to compete with when you're trying to just go score for score with somebody. If your two-point conversions aren't clicking that night, you see yourself in a two-possession game, and that's exactly what's going on tonight. 49 seconds to go here in the third quarter, 21-12.
So a 21-12 score. Still a two-possession game. .8 seconds. There's the kick. Fielded down around the 14. Got some running room up past the 25, and good coverage again there by Anniston. Able to get up to the 27, but another big hit. And momentum's a real thing, and right now you can feel the momentum has really shifted over here to this Anniston side.
If you're Hokes Bluff, you've got to be hoping for a long drive here. You've got to hope for it, because they're probably going to have the ball still in the fourth quarter. We got 43 seconds to go. And if you're Anniston, you're wanting a stop here. You don't want Hokes Bluff to get 3 or 4 first downs, because that's not going to leave you much time, especially when you have to score 2 more times to try to take the lead in this ball game. So if you're Hokes Bluff, you need to try to get the momentum back on your side here.
Hand off left side. Able to get about 3 there on the play was Brenton Hale.
It's seen barren since the injury, as Hale's been taking the majority of snaps since then. And good play there by Anniston.
We'll take a timeout here as we head to quarter number 4. Hokes Bluff leading Anniston 21-12 in our TV 24 game of the week, brought to you by Southern States Bank.
Look, have you ever had a bank give you money for anything? Family Savings actually pays me for keeping my money at their credit union. I earn interest of 3% APY on my checking account and 1.5% APY on my savings, just for what I was already doing at my old bank. I even get up to $20 per month in ATM fee returns. It's kind of nice to get paid for just using my checking account.
Open an Engage account at Family Savings Credit Union and get rewarded. Family Savings, your best financial friend.
I am a dreamer who will make a difference in this world.
I am flying to a future of great promise and change.
I am a mentor committed to helping my students transform their lives.
I'm a hard worker striving to build a better Alabama.
I am a go-getter with ambition and drive.
I am a Gadsden State Cardinal.
Watch me.
Watch me.
Watch me fly.
Quarter number 4 now underway. Second down and about 6 coming up for Hokes Bluff. A very important drive and one where even if they don't get points, they would like to chew up a lot of clock here and make it difficult for Anniston to get 2 more possessions to come back in this game. Handoff right side, and Britton Hale has a lot of running room. Able to get to the numbers, and now look at the speed from Hale as he heads down the sideline. 1 play and a touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and that may be the nail in the coffin for Hokes Bluff.
We've seen Hale use his speed tonight, but that's a big back to be that fast. Hokes Bluff, we were talking about them eating some clock. They just said, nah, we'll just go ahead and make it a 3-possession game here. Great play there for Hokes Bluff. They keep running it inside, and then they bounce it outside, and that's what you get is points for Hokes Bluff. And now Anniston's going to have to move the ball down the field and score quickly to keep them in this ball game here late at the start of the 4th quarter.
Like a timeout taken by Hokes Bluff, so we'll take it with them. We'll have the 2-point conversion try when we come back right after this.
At DVP Auto Group, we have a wide selection of any type of car you could want. We offer financing for all types of credit. Not only can we help you to purchase a car affordably, but we can help you with any issues you may experience with your car as well. We provide oil change, tire repair, brake service, or anything else you may need. We also gladly accept trade-ins, and if you're willing, we can help you drive away in a new car the same day. If you don't see something you like in the lot, we'll help you find one, whether you buy from us or not. Come see us today.
So a 2-point conversion try coming up for Hokes Bluff, we think. Maybe they thought about it and said, no, let's go ahead and kick the extra point. But if they can get the 2-point conversion try, it will make it a 3-possession ball game and make it very difficult on this Anniston team and really kind of, I mean, that big run just took all the momentum back over there on that Hokes Bluff side.
Just when you think the momentum is switching over to Anniston, Hokes Bluff just takes it right back. Very short drive, easy runs to the outside and inside for Hokes Bluff. They've done it all night. I don't think anybody's been shocked about that. It just seems like Hokes Bluff just dominated this game besides the few minutes we've seen Anniston start to gain some momentum.
Here's Whitaker rolling out. Now he has to try to make something happen by himself. He just throws it up in the back of the end zone and almost was able to get the completion. And so a big stop there for Anniston. That keeps it a 2-possession game and makes it where if they can get 2 touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions, they can come back and win this ball game.
Now's the time, if you're Anniston, you've got to figure out your best plays to run on your 2-point conversions if you get in the end zone. We've seen them struggle the past 2 weeks on 2-point conversions. And now is the time that you've got to bring out all the plays in the playbook.
So 15-point ball game, 11:48 remaining here in the 4th quarter. And Anniston really cannot afford to have any more empty drives. And You know, right now they're probably looking back at the first half and really 2 big missed opportunities getting inside the 15 and coming away with no points. If you're able to get something on the board, it's a whole different ball game right now.
And the same conversation that we've had is just penalties. Penalties have hurt Anniston, whether they made obviously less, and you can tell they're starting to become more disciplined as the year goes on, but it's always crucial ones. They get down in their own territory, get down in the red zone, and it's always crucial penalties, and that's really what's hurt Anniston tonight as well. You get down in the red zone, you have 2 or 3 penalties, and then you have to go for it on 4th down, and if you don't get it, the drive was essentially for nothing but a clock eater.
A decent return there for Anniston and Nicholas Warren. They'll take over from their own 32. Have scored each of their last 2 possessions. And we kind of said we felt like once this team really got going that they'd have an opportunity to really start scoring some points. There's Damon Pope, drop back to pass, looking deep. Fires it, and another good defensive play on the back end by Anderson Morgan. He has been phenomenal in the secondary tonight for this team.
As another play, Hokes Bluff has not let Anniston get the big play, as they have been very good defensively down the field. We've seen one ball get thrown up and Anniston make a play on it, but besides that, their secondary is playing lights out tonight.
Yeah, you know, it's almost like they've been daring Anniston to take some of these, you know, intermediate routes and, you know, stuff over the middle, and they just haven't done it. Everything has tried to go down the field tonight with their passing game. Counter play up the middle, and great move to make a man miss, and then breaks a tackle, and you see the speed there from Quintavious Cunningham. A great run by Cunningham.
Great job there by Cunningham. You would have thought he would have been put in the backfield, and instead he makes a man miss, makes a cut right and left, and he's going up the field for a 1st down. Huge 1st down for Anniston there, as they tried to take the top off on 1st down. 2nd down, you just hand it off to your run game that's been fairly successful tonight.
Pope will roll left. Looking downfield, now we'll try to use his legs. Able to break 2 tackles. Flag goes up. Pope again now will take off and has nowhere to go, and will go down right at about the 40-yard line. Penalty flag did come out, and it's going to be an inadvertent face mask against Hokes Bluff.
It looked like they were just trying to get Pope down, and hands get up there near the face. It's going to be almost a penalty every single time, and it's going to be some free yards for Anniston, maybe what they need.
So 5-yard face mask penalty against Hokes Bluff. That really hurts them and really gains about 11 yards there for Anniston and saves the down.
Little substitution on Anniston. That's going to back them right back up.
And so we'll go right back to where we started, 1st down and 10. Pass out here to the outside, and great tackle out there by Hokes Bluff. Able to gain 6, but what a great job by Blake Green to wrap him up. And that's one thing about this Hokes Bluff team. when they get their hands on you, they don't really let go. I mean, you can make a miss with a juke move, spin move like we've seen a couple times tonight. Most of the time, once they get their hands on you, they get you down to the ground.
Very good at tackling on first contact. And at the beginning of the game, I thought it was going to be a struggle for them, but they've done a great job here in the second half and late in the first half of doing that as well.
Here goes Pope up the middle, and he will have enough for the first down. So Minton's Home Center first down for Damon Pope. Again, want to thank Sonny King Ford being a part of the broadcast. You see them right there beside the score ticker. Obviously, Southern States Bank, our host sponsor here on the broadcast. We also got Mata's Greek Pizza and Visiting Angels Living Assistance. Appreciate them being with us and allowing us to showcase all these high school athletes. If you're a business out there, get on board. Give us a chance to showcase these kids just like they get showcased every Saturday and Sunday in college football and the NFL. And they tried to go back with the screenplay here and able to get it to them, but linemen were about 8 yards downfield by the time he got rid of the ball. And so you're going to get an eligible receiver downfield for Anniston, and then not what you want to see at all is the speedster Ja'Cory Carr comes up limping.
That play just took a little too long to develop, and on those screen passes, those linemen will try to get up the field and make a few blocks, and the ball comes out late. It's normally not going to be good for any team that's running it because it's normally going to be linemen down the field. Wave the penalty flag off.
Second down and 10 coming up. There's Pope. And looking downfield, ball's tipped, and this time they hang on to the interception. Picked off, heading back the other way. Able to make a man miss, heading down the sideline, cuts it back inside to the 20, to the 10. Good effort by Anniston to get him out of bounds at the 5-yard line, but Hokes Bluff, biggest play of the night, coming away with the interception. And that was number 18, Blake Green, as he caught the tip coming across. And Pope has thrown a few dangerous passes tonight, and that time finally catches up to him, and a great return for Hokes Bluff. And they are now set up 5 yards away from really putting the nail in the coffin right here with a touchdown and taking a 3-possession lead with less than 9 minutes to go in the ballgame.
And you knew it was only a matter of time before Hokes Bluff made Anniston pay for those type of passes, and they've had their hands on 2 or 3 of them, but this time they come away with the big turnover. And now if you're Hokes Bluff, you're just going to try to get in the paint, get some more points, because it's going to force Anniston to have to keep throwing the ball to try to stay in this ball game late.
Formation, and Whitaker wanted to keep it on his own. Penalty flag comes down, and he'll just throw this one up, and kind of an ill-advised play, and man, that was almost really dangerous there, and that is what he'll get talked to by this coaching staff. I mean, right there on that play, your job is just not turn the ball over, and that was almost a big play for Anniston if they hadn't run into each other. would have given them the football right back without getting any points on the board. And Whitaker's made some really good plays tonight, and that's really one of the first ill-advised plays that he's had here in the ballgame.
Yeah, and that's a play he just doesn't need to make. There's a holding penalty on the play as well, so that's going to back Hokes Bluff up. But nonetheless, nobody was really open. It looked like the play was blown up from the start as he just tried to run out of the backfield and try to make it happen with his legs. But as fast as this Anniston defense is, I didn't see that happening. And he threw it up into coverage, and Anniston almost gets the ball back after throwing the interception.
Picked up and slammed down.
Well, there's 2 penalties on the play. There's one in the secondary as well. Tough break for Anniston there.
Offsetting penalties. I didn't see a face mask grab.
No, I thought it was up in the shoulder area, but nonetheless, offsetting penalties, so none of it means nothing.
That's exactly what Hokes Bluff wanted. Clock's ticking. Looks like Whitaker letting it tick a little bit, but they're snapping the ball 23 seconds in the play clock. Whitaker able to break a couple of tackles, get up the middle and down to about the 10-yard line. They snapped it kind of early, though, a couple of times here, and if they don't get it in the end zone, they give Anniston some extra opportunities here late in the game. They'll look back at this time frame where they've been snapping it with about 20 seconds on the play clock a few times and not letting the play clock run down. Really, they could have chewed up another minute and a half of clock here in this fourth quarter.
We know Chin's a good kicker for Hokes Bluff, so you would assume this is points, but anything can happen in a football game, so I'm not going to go ahead and count my chickens before they hatch. But if you're Hokes Bluff, you're going to want to try to get in the end zone here because that would put the game almost out of reach as the clock is still ticking down.
Whitaker now will run right, trying to outrun the defense, and will not be successful as he will be run out of bounds, which also will stop the clock.
There's not many people that's going to outrun this Anniston defense. There's not many, and he tried to there, but Anniston was all over that play. And Anniston's done a great job here in the second half of containing him. We've seen him have a lot of success in the first half, getting outside the pocket on these fake runs to the inside, him just rolling out to the right. And he's done a great job of containing it here. They've done a great job containing it here in the second half.
Handoff up the middle, keeps the feet moving. Down at the 5. Kind of a decision coming up here now for Hokes Bluff. You can kick the field goal and try to go up by 3 possessions, or you can risk going for it, try to get it in the end zone, and if you don't, force Anniston to have to drive the length of the field, but it looks like they are going to go for the field goal here. And try to make this a 3-possession game with about 6 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. Leon Chin out for the field goal. Snap, hold, kick is up. And it is good. And So a big field goal there for Hokes Bluff, and really that's been the difference in this ball game. The special teams ability of Hokes Bluff has really made a big difference for them. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more here on our Southern States Bank Game of the Week.
The Point at JSU is an off-campus student housing property located a half a mile away from Jacksonville State University. The Point offers fully furnished, pet-friendly, 2 bedrooms and 4 bedroom units. Resident experience is our #1 priority, therefore we do offer the following amenities: a resort-style pool, fitness center, basketball and volleyball court, and dog park. We would love for you to come see our property, so give us a call at 256-376-8317 to schedule a tour today.
It's a 30-12 score. 6:28 left in the ball game, and now 3-possession game again. Anniston did a good job of getting close to cutting it to a 1-score game, but Hokes Bluff has done a great job of responding here in the 4th quarter and answering the points to get back up now to an 18-point lead. Kickoff return here by Anniston up to about the 27. Hokes Bluff's done a great job, really outside of one time tonight, on their field goal or on their kickoff coverage.
Done a great job of containing this Anniston special teams, and we know Anniston's very deadly on their special teams, and Hokes Bluff is really not, besides maybe one kickoff, they've really not made them a factor in this game. So now Anniston's going to have to score pretty quickly here with about 6 minutes to go here in this ball game. 6:24 to go here in this ball game.
Play action now coming up from Pope. He looked deep, has some running room if he wants it. Steps up, throws it downfield, and knocked away again. That is about the 4th or 5th time tonight that he has put a ball right on the money for a receiver, and this secondary from Hokes Bluff's been able to come in and knock it away. And I think the thing that really has to get you excited if you're a Hokes Bluff fan, and really has to scare a lot of other people out there in the state, is Hokes Bluff's been able to keep up with the speed from this Anniston team tonight, and then we've seen, I mean, both their running backs have outrun this Anniston team, and I think that this Hokes Bluff team's speed kind of it's going to surprise a lot of people. They got a lot of big kids, big bodies, but these guys run really, really well, and especially in the secondary. They've done a great job in coverage so far tonight. Timeout on the field, we'll take it with them. Hokes Bluff leading 30-12 here in our Southern States Bank Game of the Week.
When you buy insurance online, you may not always be aware of what you're getting. At Allstate Jonathan Everly, we pride ourselves on making sure that our clients are adequately protected. With over 18 years in experience, our staff is more than well prepared to provide you with the best service available. At Allstate Jonathan Everly, you're in good hands.
Turning to action here after the quick timeout.
Like you were saying before we took that break, another thing I've noticed about Hokes Bluff, very physical. They have played a physical game tonight, and I think it's really kind of shocked this Anniston team because they've really done a good job of just punching Anniston in the mouth. Whenever Anniston answers, they're right back to answer back. It's a deep ball there by Pope, and he set his feet and threw that ball hard, just short of his receiver there. Great, little bit underthrown, but still really good arm strength there by Pope.
Third down and 10 coming up. There's no doubt Pope has a strong arm. a delay of game penalty against Anniston. Pope finds his man downfield. And get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Good play there by Anniston. Backed up due to the delay of game. Pope sets his feet, fires a strike, gets the first down. For Anniston, you've got to keep moving at a quick pace here, as there's about 5 minutes and 44 seconds to go here in the ball game. They've got to keep moving.
Minton Home Center first down. Again, want to make sure we thank Sonny King Ford as well for being a part of the broadcast. Pope trying to make something happen. Scrambling around, tried to get set and throw it, and will be wrapped up and taken down for a deep sack. You don't see that happen very often at all. Great job in pursuit right there for Hokes Bluff, as that was Colton Shields and Braden Howard getting back there to bring them down. Clock will continue to tick now.
Pope's very good at getting that ball out when he sees that he's in trouble deep in his own backfield. He's very good at getting the ball out, whether it's a completion or not. He's very good at getting the ball out there, and there's a rare mistake there from him. There's a good play there by the Hokes Bluff defense to get a sack. And it's going to force Anniston second and long. Good job there by Hokes Bluff as well. This little inside carry to Williams, and he goes nowhere. May have gained 2 or 3 yards on the play.
Clock still moving, under 4:40 left to go, and third down and 27 coming up here for Anniston.
You're going to make a play, you got to make it now. If you're Anniston, you have to make a play on third and long.
They'll just go with a tunnel screen and really nowhere to go there for Ahmad Kelly. She is taken down.
Hokes Bluff's doing a great job. They're doing a great job. They're giving Anniston cushion, and they're just saying, you can dink and dunk us if you want to, but they're giving them cushion, and their guys are going down and making the tackles right where the ball's at. Great job.
Fourth down, about 15 coming up. Pope show off the arm, throwing it deep. He's got a man and a little bit underthrown, trying to find Ja'Cory Carr. And good coverage again. I mean, this, Anniston team is going to get by a lot of secondaries, and that's what's made tonight very impressive for this Hokes Bluff team. And that'll probably do it here in this ball game. 3:51 left to go. Hokes Bluff will have a chance to run out the clock here. Bryce Whitaker will trot back out. He's done a good job of managing the offense tonight, making some plays when his number has been called upon.
Anniston just looked from the start. Hokes Bluff knew what the game plan was. They were going to run the football, and they've executed it to a T tonight.
Handoff right side. And a physical run that is Blaine Barron back into the ball game. So very good to see there for Hokes Bluff. He gained enough there for a Minton's Home Center first down.
They got a 1-2 punch in Barron and Hale they're gonna ride all season long. And you sprinkle in a little bit of Whitaker, and Hokes Bluff's got a dangerous team, and we know that their defense is going to play with just about any team they step on the field with this year. And if your offense is rolling like this and your defense is playing like this, they're going to be tough to beat.
He would like the field. He scared me to death. I had to. That's why I had to get up and help it because I can't go all the way down there to get it up. And then he was trying to pick that little ticket up. Let that ticket up. Where's mine? Yeah. That's mine. Look, I got to grab my bag. Sit out. Here, I was getting it for you. You ain't going nowhere. Sit down. Sit down.
Had some time back on the clock. 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. 3 minutes and 4 seconds to go.
Yeah, Whitaker sees the play clock up there, and this is where it's no fun to be a lineman. You just got to stay in your stance now for about 30 seconds, just waiting for the ball to be snapped.
Yeah, because now it's about to where they had the clock set before.
Handoff, and this time nowhere to go for Blaine Barron as he's wrapped up. And there's Dariante Brooks Jr. making a play in the backfield. Just hadn't seen that as much tonight from him as we have the past couple of weeks when we've done their games. A lot of that is credit to this Hokes Bluff team, and really this Hokes Bluff offensive line has done a great job tonight.
And I knew it would be a key factor to see how their offensive line stacked up with this big defensive line of Anniston, and Hokes Bluff's won. They've won the offensive line battle tonight, as Anniston's offensive line done a great job. By Hokes Bluff, they just contained Pope the whole game, really. They didn't try to bring too much pressure. They just contained him the whole game, and it was a good game plan by Coach Robertson.
I formation, handoff up the middle. Taken down, 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining on the clock. We lost our clock cam, so we'll keep you updated on the time for those still tuning in. Make sure to tune in next week as Anniston will travel to Pleasant Grove, and we will have that game right here as the Bulldogs will look to bounce back against a very good, now 4A opponent in Pleasant Grove. And a lot of people think have a good opportunity to make some noise in 4A North.
And the Darrell LeBeau coach team is a very good team, as he's been very successful at his time at Pleasant Grove. Seen him make the big dance multiple times already there.
Whitaker now will keep it himself and has some running room, makes a man miss inside the 10, and will take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
As Anniston bit on that run play, they've done a great job all night, or in the second half preferably, of really containing Whitaker when he goes outside. But this time they went back to what they done in the first half. They bit on the inside run because, I mean, clock's ticking down. We're at about 1:30 to go, and there was nobody to the outside to contain him.
You see a lot of the Anniston fans headed towards the exits now. Not the way that they saw homecoming night going. But you got to give Hokes Bluff a lot of credit. You know, people kind of had their doubt. I mean, we talked about it a little bit beforehand. You look at their opponents' records for the first 3 games. It wasn't great, so you didn't really know. I mean, they had been playing really well and dominating, but you just didn't know really what that meant. And tonight, you got a lot of answers about this Hokes Bluff team. This is a very good football team that's going to be beating a lot of people, and they're going to cause some problems. They've got some good size and speed. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with the final minute and 30 of this ball game here when we return to our TV24 Game of the Week, brought to you by Southern States Bank.
In the fight against breast cancer, we will never surrender. Every day, brave hearts and strong souls come together to face this challenge head on. On Saturday, September 28th at 9 a.m., Morelia Vineyards and Winery in Hokes Bluff will host a 5K to raise money for Never Surrender in the fight against breast cancer and help save lives in our community. It is $30 to pre-register. Sign up today at runsignup.com.
90 seconds remaining. And Hokes Bluff firmly in front, their largest lead of the ball game now, 37-12. Score that will probably be surprising a lot of people around the state, not because Hokes Bluff won, but how bad they are winning this game. And maybe a fair catch was accidentally called there by Anniston as it's fielded at the 23, and they'll just mark him dead. Maybe his knee was down.
Anniston. Big game next week against Pleasant Grove. Boy, as we were talking about before we took that commercial break, yeah, a lot of people may have wrote Hokes Bluff off in this game because their combined opponent record 2-8 this season. They've been averaging about 33.7 points a game. The defense allowing 12.7. And as it stays true, they've scored over 33, and their defense has allowed 12 points tonight. So, I mean, this Hokes Bluff team's a very good team, and tonight was a big statement win for them.
So handoff up the middle. Clock ticking, under a minute and 15 to play. Does not get any easier for Anniston next week. We talked about going to take on a very good Pleasant Grove team. And able to get a first down on that run. Now, it's slow to get up. And after that one is Brock Grant. Obviously don't want to lose anybody this late into the ball game. 50 seconds remaining. Under 45 to play. Snap to Jamorish Young. He'll give a handoff right up the middle. And here goes Quintavious Cunningham. And he'll step out of bounds inside the 25. Stop the clock.
Hokes Bluff Funeral Home and Anniston Memorial Funeral Home.
Handoff there. He'll go down. And now maybe a penalty flag down. And actually, it was a timeout by Anniston.
Just trying to get a few extra points on the board here before they head off into Pleasant Grove next week.
How
25 seconds to go in the ball game.
Jamorish Young will keep it and move his feet forward and go down. And another timeout will be taken by Anniston. Jamorish Young will take off. Wrapped up at the 15. And another timeout will be taken by Anniston.
Timeout on the field, timeout charge with the Bulldogs. 3.4 seconds to go in the contest.
With 3.4 seconds left, down by 25. So final play of the ball game coming up. And when you look at the box score, you'll see a lot of total yardage for Anniston. But the biggest thing that Hokes Bluff did tonight is they kept them out of the end zone. This is now the 5th different trip inside the 15, but only 2 touchdowns tonight for Anniston.
And Anniston's they drove the ball. That's the thing. They drove the ball, but got down their own territory and stalled out.
Into the end zone, and that will be hauled in for a touchdown. So Ahmad Kelly able to go up and snag the touchdown on the final play of the game. That'll make the score look a little bit better for Anniston. 37-18 final, as it was all Hokes Bluff tonight. Anniston had a great first drive of the ball game, looked to be in firm control, but hurt themselves with 2 pre-snap penalties, backed themselves up, was unable to get a 4th down conversion, and Hokes Bluff immediately goes down the field, gets a touchdown themselves, and that kind of set the tone for this ball game.
Set the tone for this ball game indeed, and Hokes Bluff done a great job of just being very physical tonight up front. I really had a feeling that this Anniston offensive line, defensive line would have a great game, but Hokes Bluff proved that their offensive line, defensive line is nothing to be messed with, and they've done a great job tonight playing their game and their style of football, and that's what it took to win the ball game, and they got it done in about every aspect.
So great ball game here tonight. Hokes Bluff able to take the victories we talked about. We'll have Anniston traveling to Pleasant Grove for our game of the week next week. And so great job by all our crew here tonight, bringing you this broadcast, bringing you this game. Appreciate everybody involved. And again, appreciate Southern States Bank and all our other sponsors here with us. We're going to send it over to the 5th quarter as they're going to wrap up things from around the state, tell you about all the scores. And that'll do it for us this week. We'll be back next week with another edition of the Southern States Bank Game of the Week presented by TV 24.
Let's just talk about that game. Hokes Bluff was able to control the game all night long. It looked like that they really controlled the ball game. Looking at that, what do you think about Hokes Bluff and what they were able to do and control the time of possession against Anniston? Anniston came back in the second half and kind of punched them in the mouth early and made it a 21-12 ball game, and then Hokes Bluff made plays down the stretch and ended up stretching the lead in that ball game.
You know, you've talked about how good you thought Anniston's defense was, and you said that. And I'm not debunking how good their defense is. That tells you how good of a football team this Hokes Bluff team is that everybody took lightly at the beginning of the year, and now they've got a major showdown coming down the road against Cherokee County, probably for the tops in this region.
Yeah, I mean, it looks that way. I think Cherokee County and Hokes Bluff is going to be a huge ball game coming up later in the year. I think that's for sure. Another game that Oxford trailed the entire ball game. I think at one point they were down 14-0. They made it 14-7 right before half. They were down 28-14 in the 4th quarter with like less than 6 minutes left. Defense got the stops that they needed. Oxford goes down and scores with less than 20 seconds left, and Mason Mim finds Richardson for the 2-point conversion on an absolute, there's not a lot of quarterbacks that can make that throw in our area.
Oh, no, and there's not a lot of receivers that can make that catch. Perfect play call by Coach Sam Adams. And listen, this is a big game. You talked about it at halftime. This game, whoever won this game was probably going to play at home in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, and we felt that way. I mean, I talked to Coach Adams in his coach's show this week, and he felt that way as well. Whoever could win that ball game was going to have a really good shot at hosting a playoff game.
So, I mean, kudos to Coach for walking out on the field and saying, hey, we're going for 2 boys. Yeah. I mean, you think about that.
No, there was no hesitation. I was watching the ball game on the OH Jackets Media, and kudos to Eric Freeman and his staff for that. They did a really good job. They had some technical difficulties, got it back up in the middle of the game. But I was watching that ball game because if that ball game would have been in town, I probably would have been at that ball game. But we got a phone call. Welcome to the 5th quarter. Who's calling?
This is Dexter from Dexpro.
Got no headphones. That's great to go live.
Yeah, I attended the first day of the Ohatchee and Weaver game. It was like 30 to 12.
Hang on, we'll get with you just 1 second.
Ohatchee, you know, he was.
Welcome to the fifth quarter.
Nate Jones when I was there.
Hey, can you? Hey, Dex.
Keyshawn Johnson caught a 69-yard touchdown pass from Caden Vision, and Keegan also had a really nice touchdown run where he forwarded and dove his way into the end zone and carried about 3 or 4 people.
Dex, so you were talking about the Weaver-Ohatchee game. Ohatchee still looks lethal on offense.
Yeah, I think the final score was like 58-31.
Was that a final?
Really good on offense while I was there. So, yeah, I think that was the final.
58-31. You heard that from Dex Preps. 58-31. Was you at the game, Dex?
Yeah, I was. I was at the game.
Okay.
Sorry, Dex. We
fumbled the ball here. We didn't have headphones on, so we couldn't hear what you said. But everybody else heard what you said, so that's a good thing.
All right.
Dex,
the second game I attended was Anniston, Hokes Bluff. It was 21-6 when I got there, but when I got there, it was just all Hokes Bluff. So it was like 37-16.
Dex, that Ohatchee's game is still in progress, and they are still scoring. There's 2:30 left in the fourth quarter, and they just scored to make it 65-31 in that ball game on the Creek Bank.
Wow.
So tell us about the other game you went to, Dex, real quick.
I went to Anniston and Hokes Bluff. I got there at the end of the third quarter. It was 21-6 Hokes Bluff. Pretty much it was all Hokes Bluff when I got there.
Hey, we talked about that before you came on the air. Really was wondering, what did you get a feel of? You know, we think Anniston's got a good defense, but that just tells you how good that Hokes Bluff offense is.
Yeah, well, Hokes Bluff is like, they don't really have a superstar per se, but they just play so well as a team. I mean, it's disciplined football. You know, Coach Robinson, he's an old school type coach, so he has those kids ready to play every week. And I've watched them play twice this year, and each time it's like a well-oiled machine.
Dex, let me give you a couple more finals. We got some finals here that just went final. Pleasant Valley beats Sandrock 20-13. That's a big win for Pleasant Valley.
Yeah, it really is. So I haven't watched them play this year, but I do got to check them out because they got the Foster kid just really good. So I want to check them out to see what they're about.
Yeah, Dex, before we let you go, I did see today that you are opening up 2 slots for your recruiting. Can you just tell us a little bit about what they need to do to get in touch with you to get your help?
You can hit me up on Twitter at Dex Preps, or you can find me on Facebook at Dexter Talbert and send me a direct message.
All right, Dex. Well, we appreciate you. Thanks for calling in, buddy. Hope you have a good night.
That's one of the top recruiting services in the business, guys. I mean, he doesn't do it for the money. He does it to help the kids.
Yeah, so, hey, we're going to go to a quick break. We'll be right back with more of the fifth quarter.
Come out and check out the Alabama Tractor difference. We can take care of all your needs of parts, sales, and service for RTVs, zero turns, and tractors and construction equipment. See us here in Lincoln at 620 Speedway Industrial Drive. Or come visit us here in Asheville at 275 6th Avenue, or give us a call at 205-594-7000.
Discover a world of cool at Cosmic Debris in downtown Gadsden. Whether you're searching for smoking accessories, funky t-shirts, or hippie clothing, we've got it all. Explore our unique jewelry, immerse yourself in the scents of our incense, and dive into our collection of new and used vinyl, CDs, and DVDs. From the groovy to the eclectic, Cosmic Debris has everything funky and cool. Visit us today and step into a world of cool at Cosmic Debris.
Serving Calhoun County and the state of Alabama since 1994. Locally owned and operated, offering some of the most competitive interest rates in the mortgage industry, along with a wide variety of mortgage products. We are with you throughout the home buying process, offering you service before and after the close. Fast, reliable, local.
And you remember, if you need a home loan, call my daddy.
Discover why Hungry Hut Barbecue has been Etowah County's go-to for mouth-watering barbecue for 40 years. If you're not in the mood for barbecue, try our very popular chicken finger plate with fried green tomatoes of our famous fried pickles. And don't forget about our drive-thru. Come down to Hungry Hut's Barbecue today.
At Family Prosthetic and Medical Supply, we care about you. We offer custom prosthetics, orthotics, diabetic shoes, and durable medical supplies. We're located here in Alexandria, Alabama, where it's a country feel, but professional care. Come see us today.
At Southern States Bank, we pride ourselves on being your bank. We're your neighbors and involved in the community. We're the bank featuring the Southern Rewards checking account, a cashback account with no ATM fees. We are on the cutting edge and always have a smiling face to help you out. So come to Southern States Bank, where we are committed to great service and being a great neighbor. Let us be the bank for you and your business.
Since 1997, professional builders and contractors have relied on RO Supply for quality home materials with top-notch customer service and the area's best value pricing. RO Supply of Anniston wants you to know we're open to the public every day and offer you the same service and pricing for your remodeling and DIY projects. Right now, get first-run laminate flooring for 89 cents a square foot or luxury LVP plank for only $175 a square foot. Get the experts and control your budget every day with RO Supply on Noble Street, where we exceed your expectations, not your budget.
Elite Auto Sales wants to earn your business. They will find you a car, truck, or SUV at the best price with the best payment terms that fit your budget. They are here to answer your questions and assist you in the purchase of your next vehicle. They promise to work hard so your first visit to Elite Auto Sales is nothing short of amazing. 2 locations to serve you, Anniston on South Quintard Avenue and Highway 431 in Alexandria. Find them online at EliteAutoSalesAL.com. Call or stop by today and drive off in your new ride. Welcome back to the Fifth Quarter Scoreboard Show. The Fifth Quarter Scoreboard Show is presented by Oxford Dental Care, Elite Auto Sales, Anniston Memorial Funeral Home, and Anniston Auto Trim and Glass Body Shop. The number to call, 256-238-1450. We want to hear from you. We want to hear the scores. We want to hear about your school. 256-238-1450. Let's recap some of the scores. Last night, Collinsville 62-0 over Asbury. Vincent 29-6 over Sulligent. Beauregard 24-13 over Elmore County. Westminster Christian 58-13 over DAR. Wadley 62-7 over Victory Christian. We got a phone call. Welcome in to the fifth quarter. Who's calling?
Chandler, it's Bo. What's up, buddy?
What's up, man? Hey, please tell me that you were at the Arab Gunnersville game tonight.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you something, man. That is the best football game I've seen in a long time. I knew it was going to be a war. That's why we made that post on Average Joe's earlier. You know, Kyle Routen's taking his bunch up there. They were disrespected by the point spread, and, you know, they was 17-point underdogs, something like that.
Yeah, and I think
people bought into the loss. Go ahead.
I think, that's what you're about to talk about. We were talking earlier today about people bought into the loss against Cherokee County, but they don't understand who Arab was missing.
Yeah, that's correct. And they got those guys back. And I'm gonna tell you, they were getting beat 14-0, and it looked like Gunnersville was kind of going to pull away, but they never could. Arab caught a little fire offensively in the second half. They made some adjustments, and Drew Puggio did Drew Puggio things, and Strickland caught some passes for them. That nice receiver / tight end they got. But when it got down there towards the end of the game, they went for 2 when they scored. So it was 14-8. So they knew if they scored, all they got to do is kick an extra point to win. So that they get the ball back and they go down and score. And they go kick the extra point, so they're up 1. It's 15-14. They kick off the Gunnersville with 54 seconds. Julian runs it to like the 40. And then I believe it was on 3rd down. He they roll out and they just throw this deep post route. And this dude catches it, and they're down to the 13. And then they run the ball again, and he gets inside to the 8. And it wasn't Julian, it was number 20, the other running back that's got the offer from Army. And then the quarterback takes it and moves the ball to the left hash because their kicker's left-footed. And then I went, and as you see the video on Average Joe's, they kicked it as a walk-off. And Guntersville's crowd's going crazy, and they're running across the field, but they put 1 second on the clock. So technically it was not a walk-off, but technically it was.
Bo, let me tell you.
Unbelievable football game.
Let me tell you some surprising scores that you may be surprised by right now. Right now, the last update we have, J.B. Pennington up 44-43 over Locust Fork right now.
Well, it was 43-28 in the first half, so they have shut them out in the second half.
That's what it looks like. 8 minutes ago, Brandon Taylor commented, field goal is good, 5:33 to go in the ball game. J.B. Pennington 44, Locust Fork 43.
Unless score stream's wrong, they had 43 in the first half.
It may have been wrong. Sometimes they don't update the actual half and stuff.
They don't update when they go into third quarter and all that.
You can go to Locust Fork Radio on Facebook. That's where Greg Armstrong and them call the game, and they're always live. So we probably find out.
Yeah, if you find that out, let me know. Another score,
yes.
Oxford scored with 20 seconds left in the ballgame to defeat Mountain Brook 29-28, went for 2, and got to the 2-point conversion. Trailed the entire ballgame.
Let me guess, Mason Mims?
Mason Mims to Nick Richardson, unbelievable whip route, perfect throw. I think he threw for 3 touchdowns and the big 2-point conversion.
If people don't think that dude's for real, they're insane.
Yeah, he's for real.
Mason Mims is absolute truth.
He's for real. Hey, Bo, we got another call. Thanks for calling in, buddy. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you, buddy.
See you, man.
We'll see you.
Well, we dropped it. Hey, if you just called, make sure you call back. Going through some scores, we're going to wait on you to call back. Spring Garden beats Valley Head in a big region matchup, 32-13. Cedar Bluff 41-24 over Section. Pleasant Valley in a huge win, if that score is correct, 20-13 over Sandrock. A huge region win for Pleasant Valley. The Raiders get back on the winning track and continue to make moves there. North Sand Mountain all over Gazdon, 43-21. Weaver is defeated by Ohatchee 64-37. That is a new final that we just got, thanks to Casey Miller. Wellborn beats Sachs 26-14. Sylvania.
Got a phone call.
We got a phone call. Welcome into the 5th quarter. Who's calling?
This is David.
What's up, David?
Yeah, I was wondering, do you know Wellborn High School's record?
Wellborn is undefeated right now.
They are?
Yes, sir.
What's the record now? I ain't got a book. I used to get a paper, but I don't get that anymore.
I believe, David, they are 4-0 now because they had an off week. I think they are 4-0 after the win over Sachs tonight.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for calling in. We appreciate you.
You a big Wellborn Panther fan, David?
Yeah, I graduated from there.
Okay.
Go Panthers. I got a little Wellborn in me, too. All right, see you, man. Have a good one. All right, Sylvania all over Whitesburg Christian, 49-21. Piedmont beats Westbrook Christian, 38-10 tonight. We got another phone call. Welcome to the 5th quarter. Who's calling?
Coach, it's Dawson again. Figured I'd jaw with y'all again.
Yeah, hey, you called the Hokes Bluff Anniston game tonight. Hokes Bluff just, they controlled the football all game long. Anniston made a run. Anniston didn't quit. They made a run, made it 21-12. Early in the third quarter, and then it was just all Hokes Bluff from there.
Man, dominant showing from Hokes Bluff. You know, we talked about it. Hokes Bluff had played some opponents that was a little on the weaker side, and we were kind of questioning going into that game. You know, this was probably the biggest game they played all year, and they dominated up front against a big Anniston offensive line. Played their type of football, just run the ball, and I think Anniston may have touched the ball 2 times in the first half.
Yeah, I think they controlled the football, kept the ball out of a very electric Anniston's hands, and that's exactly how Mike Bromberson wanted to play it. Hey, we appreciate you calling. We got another phone call. We're gonna hit the lines. Thanks, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the 5th quarter. Who's calling?
This is Eric Chandler.
What's up, Eric Freeman? How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. Go Big O.
Go Big O. Hey,
what a win.
What a win, and also what a recovery by y'all to get the video going.
Oh yeah, I was happy to get that going.
I'm glad you had it on before we could sit here and watch it in the studio. Big game, big game.
Well, we appreciate everybody watching. We appreciate everybody and following.
Well, tell them where that site's at, so if they're listening, they'll know where it's at.
It's OHS Jacket Media.
On YouTube, correct?
On YouTube, correct.
All righty. Well, hey, we appreciate the call. Go Big O. Huge win tonight. Trailed the entire ball game. Never quit. Defense got the stops when they needed it. And we appreciate the call, man. Hope you have a good night. Y'all be safe on the way back.
You guys too.
Thank you. Thanks, man. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more scores, more calls, and more of Buckethead giving the wrong score. We'll be right back on the fifth quarter.
Come out and check out the Alabama Tractor Difference. We can take care of all your needs of parts, sales, and service for RTVs, zero turns, and tractors and construction equipment. See us here in Lincoln at 620 Speedway Industrial Drive. Or come visit us here in Asheville at 275 6th Avenue, or give us a call at 205-594-7000.
Bar and Grill. Come down for our amazing bar, stocked with everything you could want, and our amazing food, ranging from whole pizzas all the way to oysters. Our food is cooked fresh and brought to you with amazing service. For the best food and drinks, come to Penguin's Bar and Grill.
Hey guys, I'm Cameron Minton with Minton Home Center. Minton Home Center has been in business for over 40 years. We are a family-owned and operated manufactured home dealership. We offer affordable housing for our customers as well as a multitude of different financing options to help our customers get into a new home. When you come to Minton Home Center and you start looking around our lot, the first thing you will notice is that we have the most competitive prices in the industry.
Hey, this is Jason at Reeves Insurance. Just want to say a quick thank you to all of our customers for your support over the years. We now have offices in Anniston, Alexandria, and Oxford in order to serve you better. So stop in and see me or any of our experienced staff and let us shop for you to find you the best price and the best coverage available. Thank you.
Classic 13, how can I help you? I was thinking about getting a tattoo. Do I need to make an appointment? No, we take walk-ins every day. Let's find someone to help you. Follow me. Hey, if you'll have a seat right here. Thank you.
Come down to Classic 13, where good tattoos aren't cheap, and cheap tattoos ain't good.
Hello, my name is Bob Couch, and I'm the owner of Couch's Jewelers. We are your destination for engagement rings, wedding bands, and anniversary and birthday gifts.
Care Elite Auto Sales, Anniston Memorial Funeral Home, and Anniston Auto Trim and Glass Body Shop. I think we have somebody on the lines. Welcome to the fifth quarter. Who's calling?
Hey there. Hey, this is Kenneth Snyder. I'm calling in from the Alexandria Valley Cub game tonight.
Yes, ma'am. Was that final 38-21? Is that correct?
Yeah, I listened to it on the radio.
Well, tell us a little bit about it. We hadn't heard anything about it.
Well, they played real well tonight. They seemed like they did better against Anniston.
Yeah, like the thing about it is Alexandria is still really young. They're going to continue to get better, but right now they're ahead of where they're supposed to be. They're still really young, but the future looks really bright for the Valley Cubs. And
how did Jacksonville do tonight?
Jacksonville got beat.
Took it on the chin.
They got beat 42-13 by Leeds tonight.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, I go for the Valley Cubs because Larry Gann used to be the coach out there.
Yes.
And
he was a doggone good one too.
Yeah, he was good.
Hey, well, we appreciate your.
This is my first time to call in.
Hey, well, you got to keep calling.
You got to call every week now.
Now that you've called, you got to keep calling. We got to know what's going on with the Valley Cubs.
Okay, we'll get with you next Friday night.
All right, sounds good. We appreciate your call. Thank you for calling.
Have a good weekend.
You too. Thank you. Got some new callers tonight. 62-7 Wadley over Victory Christian. Spring Garden 32-13 over Valley Head. Cedar Bluff 41-24 over Section. Pleasant Valley with a big win 20-13 over Sandrock. North Sand Mountain 43-21 over Gaston. 59-0 the Coosa Christian Conquerors defeat Susan Moore. 64-37 Ohatchee over Weaver. 26-14 Welborn over Sachs. Sylvania wins 49-21. No letdown after a big win last week for the Sylvania Rams. Piedmont 38-10 over Westbrook Christian. Updated, I think Locust Fort took the lead back. It is now 50-44 Locust Fort in the fourth quarter. 63 Brindley Mountain nothing. Randolph County 44 Lee Scott Academy 21. Pisgah 39-14 in the Battle of the Pruitts. The 2A Pisgah Bears beat the 4A Plainview 39-14.
I got an update too. B.B. Comer Childersburg score. B.B. Comer won that game 12-0. That's a big win for B.B. Comer. I didn't see that coming.
B.B. Comer needed that win. They've been struggling. I've talked to some of their coaching staff. They're super young, and they will be really, really good here in the next couple of years. We got another phone call. You're on the phone on the fifth quarter. Who's calling?
Yeah, this is Coach Ragsdale.
All right, what's up, Coach? I appreciate you calling. Big win tonight. Talked to you yesterday. We knew that Valley Head was going to be big and physical. Just tell us a little bit about the game.
We had prepped all week for a physical type game, and that's exactly what it was. I think we threw the ball twice tonight.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's the type of football I like.
Yeah, there was not a completed pass on either side.
Well, Coach, like you said, this is Coach Ragsdale from Spring Garden. A huge win tonight over Valley Head. Coach kept things rolling, undefeated on the year, undefeated in region play. But this one was one that everybody had circled on their calendar this week. That was a huge win for y'all on the road.
Yeah, we went up there and they gave us some things defensively that we were able to run the ball. Connor Bates come away with 270 yards. John Welch had 150 and a kick return. So those guys up there really carried us.
So if my math is correct, y'all rushed for over 400 yards tonight.
Yes, and that's our two leading ones.
All right, that's awesome, Coach. Well, I appreciate you calling in. Enjoy the win, Coach. Enjoy it with your guys. Enjoy it with your staff. And we appreciate you calling in, and I'll be in touch.
All right, man. Appreciate what y'all do. Have a good night.
You too.
That was Coach Ragland with the Spring
Ragsdale.
Ragsdale.
Like I said, wrong names, wrong source.
Coach Ragsdale with Spring Garden.
You was looking at Ragland on there.
Yeah, I was looking at Ragland here. But that was a huge win. A huge win, and you were right. People had that one circled.
We talked about it on the Road to the Blue map, and
that was going to be a slobber knocker, and it was.
But Bo does the coaches show with Coach Ragsdale every week, and just the confidence that he seems to have this week, and this year in year two compared to year one is very noticeable. Some more scores. North Jackson 50, New Hope 14. So New Hope had been scoring 50, 60 points a game. North Jackson's defense is for real. North Jackson is a team to not sleep on. I think they're a really good football team. Hokes Bluff all over Anniston 37-18. Cleveland County loses to Booker T. Washington 41-14. Cherokee County 47, White Plains nothing. Alexandria 38, Aniana 21. Central Clay County 48, Sylacauga 9. Leeds 42, Jacksonville 13. You heard that game right here on 95.1 The Mountain. in a big game in Class 5A, Guntersville, the number 1 team in Class 5A, survives 17-15. There is no such thing as an ugly win. Win is a win. You will take them all you can get. And I think Arab's a lot better team than what people realize at this point in the season. I know Kyle Roughton, Southside, Oxford, tough guy, wrestling guy. He's going to continue to make them tough. They're going to continue to play a tough brand of football, and they're going to be hard to deal with as they continue to get better.
I've got
as the year
you
goes
an
on.
update right here. Locust Fort did pull the game out, won it 51-44, and then they scored late to take the lead. So Locust Fort did pull that game out on J.B. Pennington 51-44.
51-44, Locust Fort over J.B. Pennington in a barn burn there. Oxford in a huge win at Mountain Brook tonight, 29-28. Oxford scored with 20 seconds left in the ball game, went for 2. Mims to Richardson for the 2-point conversion, and the Oxford Yellow Jackets win 29-28 in a huge region victory in 6A Region 6. Fort Payne all over Mae Jemison tonight, 49-6. It was only a matter of time before Fort Payne got that prolific offense going with Dax Varnador at quarterback, and they come out and score 49 over an improved Mae Jemison team tonight. Pell City with a much-needed win over Huffman tonight, 55-7. Pell City got that offense rolling. I think Pell City is taking strides in the right direction. It's just that we talked about it a little bit on Road to Blue Mountain. We talked about it last week. That schedule where they had to play Clay Chalkville and Mountain Brook back-to-back weeks, that's not a good setup for a team that's trying to rebound, regroup, reload, and trying to rebrand themselves.
That can kill your spirits for the year. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want that to happen, but that could actually do that. And for them to survive that and continue on and have the big win they got tonight, that's a big deal.
Hatchie's offense continues to keep rolling. Like I said, scored 64 tonight over Weaver in a 64-37 victory. And we talked about Jake Robertson, the quarterback for Ohatchee. He continues to put up big numbers. He looks the part, 6'4", probably 185 pounds, a really good quarterback, a really good player for Ohatchee, but they got a ton of weapons out there at the Creek Bank this year. They got to start figuring out the defense, but if they can do that, they'll be a team that's tough to deal with in the second half of the year.
I agree. And they got to figure that defense out. They are giving up. I mean, they better be glad they're scoring a bunch of points because they're giving up a bunch.
Well, it's kind of, I talked about it my first year at Mumford. Bill Smith had he just like, hey, you just figure it out. And when you figure it out, we're going to be a really good football team. But until then, we're just going to outscore people. So that's what Ohatchee's doing right now. We're going to go to break. We'll be right back. Remember the number, 256-238-1450 right here on the fifth quarter. We'll be back after this break.
Hello, my name is Bob Couch, and I'm the owner of Couch's Jewelers. We are your destination for engagement rings, wedding bands, and anniversary and birthday gifts. We offer a wide selection of the best value diamond jewelry and engagement rings. We even gift wrap every purchase for free. And if you have some jewelry that is broken, no worries. Expert jewelry service is offered in-house. At Couch's Jewelers, our customer service is unmatched. If you'd like a special jewelry item created just for you, please come to see us.
What can you buy for $10? A hat? A milkshake? 166 channels plus live sports? That's right, for only $10 you can get 166 channels of classic TV shows and movies, including the latest news update from all around the world and local sports. Just simply go to 24ctn.com and click download, and then for only $10 you can have access to the best TV available.
I want to live. The leading cause of death of young Americans like me is gun violence, and oftentimes tied to substance misuse. NBA, NFL, NCAA, most of you look like me, and our communities need you now more than ever. Let's make I Want to Live more than just a hashtag. Let's make it a movement. I am a baller against bullets.
At Southern States Bank, we pride ourselves on being your bank. We're your neighbors and involved in the community. We're the bank featuring the Southern Rewards checking account, a cashback account with no ATM fees. We are on the cutting edge and always have a smiling face to help you out. So come to Southern States Bank, where we are committed to great service and being a great neighbor. Let us be the bank for you and your business.
Treatments here to ensure your dental health and confidence shine. They are located at 420 Snow Street in Oxford, Alabama. You can call them at 256-831-3432 or visit them online at oxforddentalcare.net. That's oxforddentalcare.net. Book your appointment today and experience exceptional care with a smile. Welcome back to the Fifth Quarter Scoreboard Show. The Fifth Quarter Scoreboard Show is presented by Oxford Dental Care, Elite Auto Sales, Anniston Memorial Funeral Home, and Anniston Auto Trim and Glass Body Shop. Remember, the number to call, 256-238-1450. That is 256-238-1450. We need some scores. We need you to call in, or if we got your score and you just want to tell us a little bit more about the ball game, you can do that as well. Some scores that we do have: a new score that we got: BB Comer 12, Childersburg nothing. We have Ranburne 50-32 over Central Coosa. We've got Cleveland 28-8 over West End. We've got Moody 26-21 over Helena. That's a big win over a 6A Helena, who's got a very good football team this season. You heard it right here on 95.1 The Mountain. Leeds beats Jacksonville 42-13 tonight. You saw it live. You saw this game live on TV 24, WEAC TV 24. Hokes Bluff beats Anniston tonight 37-18 in Anniston's homecoming tonight. Some other scores that we got: Wadley 62, Victory Christian 7, Spring Garden 32, Valley Head 13, Cleveland 28, West End 8, Cedar Bluff 41, Section 24, Pleasant Valley 20, Sand Rock 13, North Sand Mountain 43, Gaston 21, Coosa Christian 59, Susan Moore 0, Ranburne 50, Central Coosa 32, Ohatchee 64, Weaver 37, Welborn 26, Sachs 14, Sylvania 49, Weisberg Christian 21, Piedmont 38, Westbrook Christian 10. A final 51-44, Locust Fort over J.B. Pennington in a barn burner tonight. J.B. Pennington went up 44-43, and then Locust Fort scored late to win that football game. 5-63, Brindley Mountain, nothing. BB Comer 12, Childersburg 0. I've just got a text that I think that score may be 14-0, but something around 12-14-0. So we'll get the updated and make sure we give you the correct final on that one. Blame it on Buckethead if it is wrong.
I didn't do it.
Pisgah 39, Plainview 14, North Jackson 50, New Hope 14, Hanley 63, Mumford 21. That is an updated final as well. Cherokee County 47, White Plains 0, Booker T. Washington 41, Cleburne County 14, Alexandria 38, Aniana 21, Central Clay County 48, Sylacauga 9, Moody 26, Helena 21, just told you that score. Gunnersville 17, Arab 15 in a big 5A region matchup tonight. A big one where Gunnersville kicked the game-winning field goal with a second left on the clock. Oxford 29, Mountain Brook 28, Fort Payne 49, May Jemison 6, Pell City 55, Huffman 7.
Got a late update right here, and it's still a play. This game is still going, but Center Point has took the lead over St. Clair County 34-27.
We got a phone call. Welcome to the fifth quarter. Who's calling?
Hey, this is Coach Nix at Pleasant Valley.
Hey, Coach Nix, big win tonight.
Congratulations, Coach.
Huge win.
Coach, like we talked about it, and your guys talked about it in the preseason. I keep bringing it up. I hate to keep adding the pressure to y'all, but y'all talked about the goal this year, not only to make the playoffs, but to try to host a playoff game. Tonight was a big win going towards that. I think going into the year, Sandrock kind of surprised some people because they are much improved. That's a huge win tonight for y'all.
Oh, definitely. You know, Sandrock's such a tough place to win, and so, you know, we jumped up to a 14-0 lead at halftime. Then those guys fought back, and then it come down to the end right there where we're making a stop on the defense to win.
Yeah, and that's what good ball teams do. They figure out ways to get stops when they need to do it. They have a really tough back in Kane Roberson, big boy, tough to stop. But it sounds like y'all kind of held him in check tonight. He's had some big games the last couple of weeks.
He has. His defense did a really good job.
Well, Coach,
our defense has done a good job all year.
They really have, Coach. You're not lying. Braxton Salster, everybody knows that name. Did he have a good ball game tonight?
He did. Now, Braxton, he hurt his arm last week against Pisgah on his wrist, so we had to move Jaden Sparks to quarterback. And then Braxton was moved to a running back position and played more defense. And so I'm just proud of both of them, how they adjusted new positions and then was able to finish.
Yes, sir. It's always next man up. Got to have that mentality. And we appreciate the phone call. Coach, you go enjoy the night with your team and your coaches, and we appreciate you calling.
Awesome. Thank y'all.
All right, appreciate you, buddy.
Coach.
All right, we got another phone call. All right, if you just called and we're on the line, call back. We are open as we can be right now for another phone call. We're going to go to a break. When we come back, remember, 256-238-1450. This is the fifth quarter, and we'll be right back after this break.
Campers Unlimited, we offer a no-pressure experience, no hidden fees, and great service after the sale, making us one of the fastest-growing RV dealers in the Southeast. With our second location in Oxford, we offer a great selection of over 220 campers from top brands, including Grand Design. Our mission is to help friends and family spend time together in the great outdoors. At Campers Unlimited, you aren't just a customer, you are family. Check out our inventory at campersunlimited.net or come see us at Gaston or Oxford.
Look, have you ever had a bank give you money for anything? Family Savings actually pays me for keeping my money at their credit union. I earn interest of 3% APY on my checking account and 1.5% APY on my savings, just for what I was already doing at my old bank. I even get up to $20 per month in ATM fee returns. It's kind of nice to get paid for just using my checking account.
Open an Engage account at Family Savings Credit Union and get rewarded. Family Savings, your best financial friend.
I am a dreamer who will make a difference in this world.
I'm flying to a future of great promise and change.
I am a mentor committed to helping my students transform their lives.
I'm a hard worker striving to build a better Alabama.
I am a go-getter with ambition and drive.
I am a Gadsden State Cardinal.
Watch me.
Watch me.
Watch me fly.
At Alexandria Brake and Muffler, we strive to perform exceptional service using premium quality parts to ensure your vehicle withstands the test of time. We do all automotive maintenance and repairs consisting of AC service, check engine light diagnostics, brakes, coolant, and exhaust. Give us a call today. Proudly serving our community to provide honest, high-quality service and repair at a fair price.
Good afternoon, I'm Dr. Olubidi. I would like to welcome you to our clinic, which is virtually your clinic. We strive to provide a family environment from our nurses as well as the practitioners we have in the clinic to serve you and your family members. We pride ourselves for having state-of-the-art facility here in the clinic to include ultrasound, fibroscan, to check on your liver. We welcome you in our clinic, your clinic, at Dr. Alobides. And thank you so very much.
In the fight against breast cancer, we will never surrender. Every day, brave hearts and strong souls come together to face this challenge head on. On Saturday, September 28th at 9 a.m., Morelia Vineyards and Winery in Hokes Bluff will host a 5K to raise money for Never Surrender in the fight against breast cancer and help save lives in our community. It is $30 to pre-register. Sign up today at runsignup.com.
Their expert team offers top-notch personalized dental services in a comfortable, friendly environment. From routine checkups to advanced treatments, here to ensure your dental health and confidence shine. They are located at 420 Snow Street in Oxford, Alabama. You can call them at 256-831-3432 or visit them online at oxforddentalcare.net. That's oxforddentalcare.net. Book your appointment today and experience exceptional care with a smile. Welcome back to the fifth quarter School Board Show. I think we have somebody on the line. Welcome to the fifth quarter. Who's calling?
I don't give a hot water about nothing but those Yellow Jackets.
I already know who this is. I already know who this is.
Well, you've been awful quiet. Why are you just now talking about them?
Blitz, Jackets, Blitz. You heard what I said.
Hey, you've been worried about this game because I ain't heard you say anything all year.
All year, but tonight, baby, it's all over with. Blue eyes are crying in the rain over there. You know we left them with tears.
Hey, that was a big ball game, and hey, you know as well as I'll tell you who we're talking to. We're talking to the king himself, Gary Mason, Mason's Barbecue, and but what I wanted to say is, you know as well as I do, it took some kahunas to go out there and go for two right there at the end of the game to win that thing instead of taking it to overtime.
Some big ones, but I'm going to let you know now. We have been feeding them boys for the past 3 years, getting them up to the age of where we want them to stick their chest out there. You understand what I'm saying? The Yellow Jackets are not little boys no more.
Now, they're grown men now. Grown men. But that play, Mason Mims made, the throw he made on the two-point conversion, I'm just going to put it out there. Not many quarterbacks in the state of Alabama can make that play, and that may be on Saturdays too.
Don't get me to start talking about Saturday, because me and you both go for the same team on Saturday. And I'm still
no, you need to enjoy this one and not think about your Saturday team.
Thank you. Thank you. Listen, I'm going to hang up and let someone else call in. I just want to say, guys, keep doing a great job right there. And it's past my bedtime. I got to go lay it down.
I hear you. Thanks for calling in. Appreciate you.
Thanks for calling.
All right.
Big Yellow Jacket fan there. Big Yellow Jacket fan.
He looks through everything with gold-colored glasses.
Yeah,
let's just put it that way.
You can't even carry on a conversation with him. I think he'd be in church and talking about the Yellow Jacket.
Yeah, ain't no doubt about it. Make sure you stay in the mic right there because you went out for a second right there. A final that just came in: St. James 35, Talladega 12. St. James 35, Talladega 12. Thanks to Dylan Sewell for sending that in. We appreciate you, Dylan, and everything you do to help us out get these scores. Some finals that we do have going final. Let me look at this right here real quick. 41-21, Gaston City over Hazel Green. 64-37, Ohatchee over Weaver. 26-14, Welborn over Sachs. 42-13, Leeds over Jacksonville. Hokes Bluff 37-18 over Anniston. Alexandria 38-21 over Aniana. Winterboro 42-7 over Donahoe. That is an updated new final. We have a phone call. Welcome to the fifth quarter. Who's calling?
Billy McFry.
What's up? I knew you was calling in. I was waiting on you. I thought you done went to sleep. It might be past your bedtime. Were you at the Sachs and Welborn game tonight?
I was at the Sachs Welborn game.
Tell us a little bit.
A lot of going on tonight.
Hey, well, let me say this before you get started, Billy. I was very surprised. Sachs kept that a one-score game for most of the game.
Yeah, they got down 20-0, cut it to 20-14. They couldn't. The Newton kid from Welborn, he's a bad boy.
He's a beast. He is a beast. You're talking about one of the best kids.
Jackson Newton from Welborn. He is one of the better players from our area. Holds an offer from Cincinnati, 3-star athlete, really good player.
He had 3 long touchdowns run.
Yeah, and that'll kill you too, giving up the big play.
Yeah, it was a hard-fought game. Just come up on the short end again.
Hey, I will say this. They need to give Coach Freeney time because I believe in what he's doing at Sachs. Them guys are really competing and playing hard this year.
Yeah, they putting their heart on it. I 100%.
Yeah, so, hey, we appreciate you call, man. I think Buckethead.
I want to ask you one question. I know you follow football around here. What did you think about the Oxford Mountain Brook game? I mean, going for 2 to win it right there at the end.
Man, that was last I seen it was 28-14 and 28-21, and I realized 28-27, they down by 1. I was surprised them going for 2, but
hey, kudos to him. I mean, hey, he gets paid the big money to do that. So congratulations, Coach Adams and the Yellow Jackets. I mean, I like we were talking about it before it ever happened. That game was going to determine who gets to play a playoff game. It's early on, but that game was determining who was going to get a home playoff game. And to do that, he made a statement. He made a statement about his Yellow Jackets and how much he believes in them.
I was a little surprised at how Hokes Bluff handled Anniston a little bit.
That was my next question to you. Hokes Bluff looks for real. I think everybody played them down a little bit this year.
Man, they look pretty big up front.
They are big.
Big and physical.
And they're getting a matchup with Cherokee County coming up soon that will be probably one of the biggest games in this area.
Yep. All right, I'll hang up and let you listen to you guys.
All right, we appreciate you. Thanks for your call.
calling.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, so an updated final that I just saw: Winterboro 42, Donahoe 7. So Coach Skylar Mansfield and Winterboro starting to get things rolling as well.
Yeah, because we've said this all year. Donahoe's competed, and that for that score to be that tells you that Coach Mansfield's getting things rolling down there.
All right, real quick, let me give you some scores that we need. We need Ragland and Woodville. We need Ider and Appalachian. We need Holly Pun and Geraldine. We need Springville and Lincoln final. We need a Sardis Scottsboro final. We need an Austin and Albertville final, and that will close us out for the night. Still got 40 minutes left in the show, plenty of time to get those scores. And so the scores that we do have, though, I'll go through them again. Starting in Class 4A, Cleburne County is defeated tonight by Booker T. Washington 41-14. Cherokee County beats White Plains 47-0. Etowah beats Asheville 48-6. I'm going to pause right there. That's a surprising score to me, the way Asheville played last week.
Very surprising. And, we started not really counting Etowah out, but they've took it on the chin.
Go ahead and count Etowah out. I'll call Scott Peavy and let him know.
Well, I'm just saying, and that's a testament to Scott Peavy. We've talked about how tough his teams are going to be. I think Asheville found that out tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Alexandria 38-21, a big-time bounce-back victory for the Alexandria Valley Cubs. Central Clay County all over Sylacauga tonight, 48-9. That game was like 35-0.
Now, I want to go back to that Alexandria game. They trailed for most of that game, and that shows a little bit of character in their young team. We talk about how young the Valley Cubs are this year. That showed a little bit of character in their young team to come back and win that ball game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They showed a lot of character. The way last week finished up for them to come back and to finish that ball game the way they did. Still looking for Springville, Lincoln. Still looking for Sardis, Scottsboro. Moody with a big win tonight. Moody 26-21 over Helena tonight.
Big win, big win, and they stepped up in classification to play Helena, and Helena's got a really good football team. But I want to go back to that Lincoln Springville.
31-15 Springville over Lincoln.
Yeah, I was going to say they were up big, so it was 31-15.
Big thanks to Trey Henderson for sending in that score. We appreciate you helping us out there. 31-15 Springville over Lincoln tonight. So Lincoln competed, showed some fight, was down early and clawed back into it. 31-15 the final there. The Lincoln Golden Bears fall to Springville tonight. Still looking for Sardis and Scottsboro. But talking about Moody and Helena, Moody has probably got the toughest schedule in the state. You think about who they've played. They played Gainesville, Georgia, who would be the third biggest school if they came over here and played in Alabama. The third biggest school in the state of Alabama. They got beat pretty handily there, but people forget it was a 3-0 ball game at half. Then they play Oxford. Oxford, we know what Oxford is.
And they led Oxford.
Yeah, they were up against Oxford.
Yes.
End up losing the game 24-21. So we know what Moody has, and then we know what they did to Jacksonville. We know what they've been doing since. But then they step up again tonight and play 6A Helena, who is a football program that's on the rise. Coach Busby does a great job over there. And Moody goes to Helena, I believe, and gets a 26-21 victory tonight over Helena.
Yeah,
that's a big win.
They were on the road.
You heard this game right here on 95.1 The Mountain. Leeds 42, Jacksonville 13. Boaz all over Douglas tonight, 40-13. Big win for Coach Sullivan and the Boaz Pirates. Still looking for a final in the Center Point, St. Clair County. Score the final. The last update that I saw was 34-27, Center Point over St. Clair County. So looking for a final there. Gunnersville in a big 5A game tonight against the Arab Knights, 17-15. Gunnersville kicked a field goal with a second left on the clock to win that football game. Oxford, we've been talking about it, 29-28 over Mountain Brook. gutsy 2-point conversion play to win it with less than 20 seconds left on the clock. Fort Payne 49-6 over Mae Jemison. Huffman 55-7 over. Pell City 55-7 over Huffman. Sorry about that. Gadsden City 41-21 over Hazel Green. Still looking for a final in that Austin-Albertville game, and that would close out 6A and 7A scores for the night for who we cover. Wadley 62-7 over Victory Christian. Spring Garden 32, Valley Head 13. Still looking for a final in that Raglan-Woolville game. 42-7, Winterboro over Donahoe. Still looking for a final in Adder and Adder and Appalachian. Sorry about that.
Raglan was up big last score I seen in that game. So
yeah, I think the last time we saw an updated score, Raglan was up. It looks like they're going to go on to win that ball game, but still waiting on a final there from that. Cleveland over West End 28-8. Cedar Bluff over Section 41-24. Pleasant Valley over Sandrock 20-13. We talked to Coach Nix earlier. We knew what kind of game that was for Pleasant Valley. We knew that was a big deal for them to go in and win that ball game if they're going to continue to keep their hopes alive of hosting a first-round playoff game. Huge win tonight for Pleasant Valley at Sandrock. North Sand Mountain 43, Gaston 21. Coosa Christian 59, Susan Moore 0, Vincent 29, Sulligent 6, Beauregard 24, Elmore County 13, Westminster 58, DAR 13, Randolph County 44, Lee Scott Academy 21. That's a big win for Randolph County. Lee Scott Academy has been playing really well.
Man, that's what I was talking about. I think a lot of people expected Lee Scott to come in and win that ball game, and Randolph County took it to them. I got a quick update here. This is a school that's right on the edge of our coverage area, Shades Valley, which played Oxford. They're in overtime against Pinson Valley, and it's 19-19 in the first overtime.
First overtime, 19-19 between Pinson Valley and Shades Valley. That's a big game for both programs there. Central Coosa is defeated by Ranburne tonight, 50-32. Ohatchee 64-37 over Weaver. Welborn 26, Sachs 14, Sylvania 49-21. No letdown tonight for Coach Tanner Nelson and the Sylvania Rams after a big win last week over Geraldine. Piedmont 38-10 over Westbrook Christian. Locust Fort 51-44 over JB Pennington. Holly Pun and Geraldine still waiting for a final there. We will finish out the rest of the scores that we have when we come back for a break. We'll be right back for the last 30 minutes of the fifth quarter after this break. Elite Autos.
Come out and check out the Alabama Tractor difference. We can take care of all your needs of parts, sales, and service for RTVs, zero turns, and tractors and construction equipment. See us here in Lincoln at 620 Speedway Industrial Drive. Or come visit us here in Asheville at 275 6th Avenue, or give us a call at 205-594-7000.
Discover a world of cool at Cosmic Debris in downtown Gadsden. Whether you're searching for smoking accessories, funky t-shirts, or hippie clothing, we've got it all. Explore our unique jewelry, immerse yourself in the scents of our incense, and dive into our collection of new and used vinyl, CDs, and DVDs. From the groovy to the eclectic, Cosmic Debris has everything funky and cool. Visit us today and step into a world of cool at Cosmic Debris.
Serving Calhoun County and the state of Alabama since 1994. Locally owned and operated, offering some of the most competitive interest rates in the mortgage industry, along with a wide variety of mortgage products. We are with you throughout the home buying process, offering you service before and after the close. Fast, reliable, local.
And you remember, if you need a home loan, call my daddy.
Discover why Hungry Hut Barbecue has been Etowah County's go-to for mouth-watering barbecue for 40 years. If you're not in the mood for barbecue, try our very popular chicken finger plate with fried green tomatoes of our famous fried pickles. And don't forget about our drive-thru. Come down to Hungry Hut's Barbecue today.
At Bentley Prosthetic and Medical Supply, we care about you. We offer
custom prosthetics, orthotics, diabetic shoes, and durable medical supplies. We're located here in Alexandria, Alabama, where it's a country feel but professional care. Come see us today.
At Southern States Bank, we pride ourselves on being your bank. We're your neighbors and involved in the community. We're the bank featuring the Southern Rewards checking account, a cashback account with no ATM fees. We are on the cutting edge and always have a smiling face to help you out. So come to Southern States Bank, where we are committed to great service and being a great neighbor. Let us be the bank for you and your business.
To US Highway 78 East under the giant American flag.
Welcome back to the Fifth Quarter Scoreboard Show. We've got somebody on the line. We're going to go to the phone line. Who is this?
Hey, guys, it's Casey Millie.
What's up, man? How you doing? Hey, listen, you were at that shootout at the Creek Bank tonight, correct?
I was there.
All right, tell us a little about the ball game. It sounds like Ohatchee's offense keeps rolling. Still got to make some adjustments defensively.
Yeah, you guys were talking about it. I heard it earlier. Obviously, most Ohatchee community thinks the defense needs some work. The defense, honestly, they stepped it up tonight. They looked better. A few busted plays for some scores. I was asking somebody, maybe you guys can help answer this. I'm not sure Weaver punted the ball. I don't know what happened with punts on fourth downs in high school football, but it wasn't present tonight. Weaver had a huge 4th and 18 pass interference call that they ended up scoring on. They had what I called some Auburn luck on a tip drill that end up.
Watch your mouth now.
So you take off a couple of those scores and some of the busted plays, and defensively that game looks a lot better. But offensively, they kept the ball on the ground a lot, and they really just ground and pounded them and looked pretty good.
Well, we appreciate you calling, man, and we hope you have a good night, and I'll see you some point this weekend. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Y'all keep it up.
All right, man. Thank you. I think we may have somebody on the other line. Is that correct? Welcome to the Fifth Quarter Scoreboard Show. Who's calling?
Hey, man, it's Mountie Man again.
Is Mountie Man again?
Yes, sir.
Are y'all still playing, or is that over with? I know it was 19-19 in the first overtime. What you got?
Yep. Final score, we won 25-19 in overtime. We stopped them on a 4th down. So I'm glad we came out with that win.
Chase Valley, big win over Pinson Valley tonight. We appreciate the call, Mountie Man.
Appreciate y'all doing the show for us.
All right, man. We appreciate you. Have a good night.
Y'all too, buddy.
You heard it there. They pulled it out in overtime. Shades Valley. Got another phone call. Who we got on the line?
Welcome. Who we got?
Tim from Raglan.
All right, Tim from Raglan.
We've been looking for that score. What happened, Tim?
Raglan 50, Woodville 20.
50-20. I knew they were up big. I just never seen a final. Did you go to the game?
Yes, sir. We're on our way back.
So how did Raglan look? It seems like they dominated tonight.
Yeah, they look real good. Our running back had four touchdowns.
4 touchdowns.
What's the running back's name?
Aaron Lee.
Aaron Lee
had 4 touchdowns tonight.
4 touchdowns tonight. Helmet sticker nominee.
Could be.
Well, hey, we appreciate you calling in, and y'all be safe on the way back, man.
Go Purple Devils.
Okay, thank you all. God bless.
All right, God bless you. Have a good night. All right, so now we filled in that. We've got
down to 2 scores. We're down to Appalachian Eider that I can say and you can't, and Center Point and St. Clair. Center Point, St. Clair has been going back and forth all night. I'd love to find out who won that game.
Love to look. The last we saw, 34-27, Center Point over St. Clair County. But like you said, that game was a game that was going back and forth all night long. That would have been a huge win for Coach T-Rob and the St. Clair County.
Here, I got the Appalachian score. Appalachian won the game 42-8 over Eider.
42-8 over Eider. If you got the St. Clair County score, please call in. That's the only score that we have left. St. Clair County, and Center Point. If you are a Center Point fan or a St. Clair County fan, please call in. Let us know that score. I'm going to go through some other scores while we have some time. We've had a lot of callers tonight. Wadley 62-7 over Victory Christian. Spring Garden 32-13 over Valley Head. Raglan 50-20 over Woodville. We appreciate Tim from Raglan calling in, letting us know that score. Winterboro 42-7 over Donahoe. Appalachian 42-8 over Ider. Cleveland 28-8 over West End. We got a phone call. You're on the fifth quarter. Who's calling?
Hey, this is Tim Carter. Tim from Raglan again. I got you. Got your final Appalachian and Ider.
All right, let me hear it. Let me make sure we got the right.
Appalachian 42, Ider 8.
42-8. So you was correct. We always got a second check Buckethead when he gets me a score.
We just got that in, Tim, right when you called in. I'd say he was just checking my math.
Okay, then. Y'all have a good night.
Be safe,
man. We appreciate you. Thanks for everything.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Cedar Bluff over Section 41-24. Pleasant Valley, huge win tonight, 20-13 over Sandrock at Sandrock. North Sand Mountain, 43. Gaston, 21. Coosa Christian, 59. Susan Moore, nothing. Ranburn 50, Central Coosa 32, Ohatchee 64, Weaver 37, Wellborn 26, Sachs 14, Sylvania 49, Whitesburg Christian 21, Piedmont 38, Westbrook Christian 10, Locust Fort 51, JB Pennington 44. Huge win tonight and a absolute back and forth barn burner right there between Locust Fort, JB Pennington. Geraldine 55, Holly Pond 6-5, 63, Brindley Mountain 0. BB Comer.
We got a call. Who we got on the line?
This is BJ.
All right.
BJ. What's up, BJ?
What's up, Buckethead?
Man, I don't know it. Man, I'm trying to make it. It's a good Friday night. But, hey, clock's winding down. We're trying to run our 2-minute offense right here to get out of this place.
Hey, I understand. I'm waiting on this. Catching cramps.
Catching cramps.
Hey, how about them Yellow Jackets?
What about them Yellow Jackets? I mean, really? What about the go for two? I mean, I know that's going to be what everybody's talking about, but that's a big statement for Sam Adams to go for two tonight with that big a game on the line. And listen, that play was unbelievable if they made the 2 points too. I know you were at the game.
Oh, it was great. I was sitting there like, man, that's for two. I look up, going successful, bringing home the victory.
Hey,
good road win.
Let me ask you something. What service you got for phone? Did you buy that? Did you buy that down there at the Dollar General?
I did.
You breaking up bad.
Well, I'm echoing back.
Oh, you echoing? Well, turn your radio.
You're not echoing bad on our side.
No, you sound good on our side. You sound like you should be on the show.
I sound like I'm.
Look, we got another call. I appreciate you calling, brother. Hey, stay on. The other caller just left. You can hang with us. And caller's back. Okay. See you, buddy. Thanks for calling.
Hey, listen.
Who we got on the line?
Welcome to the fifth quarter.
This is Brian. I seen the Center Point won 34-27.
So the final was 34-27.
Finish it off at 34-27. Hey, what a big loss. So which one were you pulling for?
Oh, I mean, I was just looking at it on Facebook. It was a good game, but I didn't really have, like a favorite.
Oh, you didn't have a dog in the fight. You just seen it. Yeah. Absolutely.
Who's your team?
Piedmont, man. Piedmont Bulldogs. Go Piedmont.
Yeah, Piedmont with a big win tonight, 38-10 over Westbrook Christian. Piedmont looks like, after a year of being young and a lot of injuries, looks like they're back this year.
Yeah, man. I went to the Cherokee County game, and that was down to the wire. And, I didn't expect them to jump out the gate, as fast as they have. But they, it's a good surprise.
All right. Well, hey, we appreciate your phone call, man. We're going to try to finish out some scores here. We hope you have a good night and call back next week.
All right, man. Y'all too.
All right. Have a good one.
So we did it, Coach. We got all our scores.
Well, technically, I need one more for mine.
Which one is it?
I need Sardis and Scottsboro, and I need Austin and Albertville. Still looking for those.
Sardis and Scottsboro is already in. I got that. It's scrolling. If people's watching us, they can see it.
Well, some people are not watching us. They would like to know the score.
Well, you need to. So you're saying I'm ahead of you.
Yeah, you're ahead of
the game.
You're ahead of the game. For one time, you're ahead of the game.
So,
all right, Booker T. Washington, Brian Chu sent in Booker T. Washington 4-0, first time in school history.
4-0, first
Big
time
win
in
tonight over Cleburne County.
That game was close.
It was close, and it was 14-14.
Yeah, 14-14 early in the second quarter. I don't know if that was a halftime score, but it was 14-14, and they flipped the score. They flipped their numbers around, made it 41-14.
All right, so some more scores. St. James 35, Talladega 12, Pisgah 39-14 over Plainview. North Jackson beats New Hope 50-14. Hanley beats Mumford 63-21.
What do you looked at me like you want me to say something? There's nothing to say.
I just didn't know if you wanted to defend your Mumford Lions.
There's no defending that score. And listen, it's called Hanley. We all know how good Hanley is, even though they took it on the chin last week. We know how good Hanley is.
28-7 Scottsboro over Sardis. 28-7 Scottsboro over Sardis.
Don't be throwing salt in the wound, though. You don't have to do that.
Okay, sorry about that. All right, finishing up, we're Hokes Bluff 37-18. You saw that game on WEAC TV 24. You can go back to watch the replay on Facebook or any other streaming app that they have. Cleburne County loses to Booker T. Washington 41-14. Cherokee County 47-0 over White Plains. Etowah 48-6 over Asheville. Big win tonight for Scott Peavy and the Etowah Blue Devils. Alexandria 38-21 over Aniana. Central Clay County 48, Sylacauga 9. Springville 31, Lincoln 15. Moody 26, Helena 21. Big win tonight for the Moody Blue Devils. Leeds 42, Jacksonville 13. You heard that game right here on 95.1 The Mountain earlier tonight. Boas 40, Douglas 13. Centerpoint 34, St. Clair County 27. Tough loss for St. Clair County. Big win for Centerpoint. But St. Clair County, that St. Clair County Jacksonville game is going to be a big game coming up later in the year.
I think so too.
That could be for the fourth playoff spot. Arab loses to Gunnersville. Gunnersville, the number one team in Class 5A. The final there, 17-15. Gunnersville kicked a field goal to win it with 1 second remaining on the clock. Oxford 29, Mountain Brook 28, Fort Payne 49, May Jemison 6, Pell City 55, Huffman 7, Gadsden City 41, Hazel Green 21, and still looking for that Austin Albertville score. We're going to go to break. We'll be right back. Remember that number, 256-238-1450. We want to hear from you right here on the fifth quarter. We'll be right after this break.
Come out and check out the Alabama Tractor Difference. We can take care of all your needs of parts, sales, and service for RTVs, zero turns, and tractors and construction equipment. See us here in Lincoln at 620 Speedway Industrial Drive. Or come visit us here in Asheville at 275 6th Avenue, or give us a call at 205-594-7000.
Penguins Bar and Grill. Come down for our amazing bar, stocked with everything you could want, and our amazing food, ranging from whole pizzas all the way to oysters. Our food is cooked fresh and brought to you with amazing service. For the best food and drinks, come to Penguins Bar and Grill.
Hey guys, I'm Cameron Minton with Minton Home Center. Minton Home Center has been in business for over 40 years. We are a family-owned and operated manufactured home dealership. We offer affordable housing for our customers as well as a multitude of different financing options to help our customers get into a new home. When you come to Minton Home Center and you start looking around our lot, the first thing you will notice is that we have the most competitive prices in the industry.
This is Jason at Reeves Insurance. Just want to say a quick thank you to all of our customers for your support over the years. We now have offices in Anniston, Alexandria, and Oxford in order to serve you better. So stop in and see me or any of our experienced staff and let us shop for you to find you the best price and the best coverage available. Thank you.
at Classic 13. How can I help you?
I was thinking about getting a tattoo. Do I need to make an appointment?
No, we take walk-ins every day. Let's find someone to help you. Follow me. Hey, if you'll have a seat right here. Thank you.
Come down to Classic 13, where good tattoos aren't cheap, and cheap tattoos ain't good.
Don't feel like cooking? Let Western Sizzlin' in Oxford on Hamrick Drive cook for you. Come and enjoy all your favorites on our all-you-can-eat buffet, weekdays from 10:30 to 4. Enjoy our $10.29 lunch buffet. For those afternoon dinners at 4 p.m., enjoy your favorites like chopped sirloin, select carved meats, shrimp, home-style chicken and dumplings, or meatloaf for $13.99. On weekends, breakfast buffet starting at 7 a.m. for $10.49, and Sunday buffet beginning at 10:30 for $13.99. Western Sizzlin', come and enjoy it.
What is great internet? Is it strong? Is it fast? Is it reliable? At Sparklight, we know the best connections are always there right when you need them. And now you can get great 300 meg internet with unlimited data for $34.95 a month for 12 months. Equipment included. Call 888-998-8630 or visit sparklight.com/savings. Sparklight, always working for you. Enrollment in autopay and paperless billing required for promotional rate. Regular rate of $60 per month is subject to change at any time. Restrictions apply.
Welcome back to the Fifth Quarter Scoreboard Show. The Fifth Quarter Scoreboard Show is presented by Oxford Dental Care, Elite Auto Sales, Anniston Memorial Funeral Home, and Anniston Auto Trim and Glass Body Shop. Remember the number to call, 256-238-1450.
Why did you point at me when you said funeral home? I mean, is that like something like I'm
No, I was pointing at you for Elite Auto Sales because you need a new car. I pointed at you the entire time. Oxford Dental Care, Elite Auto Sales.
Let me get up in this thing so y'all
and
can
I've also seen how you drive, so you're gonna need auto trim and glass at some point.
You was pointing at me. I just caught it when you was talking about the Anniston funeral home.
I just know that you could give. We ain't gonna rush the Anniston Memorial Funeral Home. I don't want you to visit them anytime soon. No. But we could. I'm trying to help our sponsors out.
Well, I mean,
trying to get them some business.
I hope it's not from me.
No, in serious note, Oxford Dental Care. All of them. Oxford Dental Care does a great job. They will take care of your smile. Elite Auto Sales. If you've never been to Elite Auto Sales, they have a selection of vehicles that is unbelievable. Anniston Memorial Funeral Home, Mark Box and family will take care of you in a difficult time in your life. And Anniston Auto Trim and Glass Body Shop, they will take care of all your auto needs there as well. So all of our sponsors are great people and great to be a part of the show, and we're glad to have them as team members. I'm sorry that you thought I was pointing at you. I was just getting into it and I had to read it right here.
Okay, good job. I mean, we love our sponsors.
Yeah, we don't want you to go to the funeral home this year.
Well, good.
Okay. We got a new segment. Scotty surprise. Tell me what your surprise of the night was.
Surprise. My surprise tonight. There was a couple.
I couldn't find anything that went along good with Buckethead.
Well, it was pitiful.
And I'm trying to go away from Buckethead.
Buckethead's believers. Okay, I mean, we got believers in Buckethead out there. But my biggest surprise of the night.
Somebody lied to you.
My biggest surprise of the night was the Arab Knights and the way they played, the number one team in the state in 5A, and led that ball game with 5 seconds to play on the clock, and they kicked a field goal to win the game. Gunnersville kicked a field goal to win that game. That was my biggest surprise of the night. Not the fact that the game was. I thought that Gunnersville would win that game, but that was my biggest surprise.
I was surprised by that as well. Yeah. Arab played really hard. It was a very good football game. Was down 14-0 at one point, I believe. Came back to go ahead in the ball game and then lost on the last second field goal. Chris Wilborn says that Austin 50-6 over Albertville and Scottsboro won 45-7. Somebody would actually give me the score, unlike you.
Now I will say this: I had another surprise, but this was.
It's called Scotty Surprise, not Scotty Surprises.
Well, tell me what you got. Anniston and Hokes Bluff.
Don't take that from me.
Oh, okay. Okay. Forget my surprise. I'm going to act like it was his idea.
Okay. Chandler's contender. I'm going to go with Hokes Bluff. The way they played against Anniston tonight, Hokes Bluff has been playing very well up to this point, but some people kind of questioned who they had played so far. But we know how good Anniston was. We've seen what Anniston did to Asheville. We've seen what Anniston did to Alexandria.
Well, we found out what Asheville was tonight, too.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by that score as well. I thought Asheville was going to go in and compete, and I actually thought Asheville had a chance to go in and win the ball game against Etowah. But Hokes Bluff is definitely a contender in that region. I'm excited to see that Hokes Bluff Cherokee County game.
Now, I will say this. Another surprise of mine was how well that Aniana competed against Alexandria. I mean, we have put Aniana in the very bottom of that region, and they came out swinging tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they've probably read the newspaper clippings. They've probably heard what you said about them. And they're tired of people talking bad about them. And they probably had a really good week of practice. They have a tradition. They're the most winningest football program in the whole state of Alabama. They're not used to losing. They don't take losing well. And so they've seen what people's been saying about them. They probably had a really good week at practice. I just think Alexandria's a pretty good football team, but for them to come out swinging and to play the way they did against a really good Alexandria team, I was impressed with that.
Well, we've talked about this one. This is a surprise. The Pleasant Valley Raiders taking on Sandrock like they did and getting that victory.
Yeah, because Sandrock's been playing very well as well. We talked about Sandrock's running back number 5, Kane Robeson, really good player, hard to bring down. And he's probably 6'3", 225 pounds, big boy. And then for them to do it with a guy that had to step in at the quarterback position when Braxton Salster got hurt last week, and for Braxton Salster to move to other positions and play well and to give them a chance to win, that's a big deal. Real quick, the number to call, 256-238-1450. If you're going to call, you need to do it here in the next few minutes. We are at 10:50. We have 10 minutes left in the show. We go off at 11, 10 minutes left in the show. For the people that's just joined us, maybe, I'm going to go over the scores real quick, and then we're going to look at some scores from around the state as well. Wadley, 62, Victory Christian, 7. Last night, Collinsville defeated Asbury 62-0. Vincent, 29-6 over Sulligent. Beauregard, 24-13 over Elmore County. Westminster Christian, 58, DAR 13. Randolph County, 44, Lee Scott Academy 21. Spring Garden 32-13. If you didn't see the show earlier, Coach Ragsdale from Spring Garden called in. You can go back and rewatch this show later on Average Joe's or WEAC TV 24. And we are going to try to also share this on 95.1 The Mountains Facebook page as well. Raglan 50-20 over Woodville. Winterboro 42-7 over Donahoe. So Donahoe a couple of weeks removed now after a big win. Then they had to play Wadley, so you just dismiss that. But Winterboro shows that they've got a chance. They keep getting better and better. It's going to take them a little time to gel. Got some guys that came over from TCC. And so, but Winterboro keeps getting better and better too.
And you say that now, people are used to people coming into other schools, just moving and, transfer.
The school
shut down. I wanted to clarify that. They didn't take TC's players.
No.
The school shut down.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying.
Okay.
Appalachian beats Ider 42-8. Cleveland beats West End 28-8. Cedar Bluff 41-24 over Section. Pleasant Valley, you talked about it earlier, 20-13 over Sandrock. North Sand Mountain 43-21 over Gaston. Coosa Christian 59-0 over Susan Moore. Ranburn 50-32. Also, if you didn't catch the show earlier, Coach Jonathan Nix from the Pleasant Valley Raiders called in as well. He was excited about his team and the way they play.
He should be.
Yeah, he should be. Big win. Coosa Christian 59-0 over Susan Moore. Ranburn 50-32 over Central Coosa. Ohatchee 64-37 over Weaver. Welborn 26-14 over Sachs. Sylvania 49-21 over Whitesburg Christian. Piedmont 38-10 over Westbrook Christian. What?
I just said uh-oh.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I heard that a lot.
You're talking about Cordell. We were listening to the game earlier.
Uh-oh.
51-44 Locust Fort over JB Pennington. 55-6 Geraldine over Holly Pond. 63-0 over Brindley Mountain. BB Comer 12 Childersburg nothing. St. James 35 Talladega 12. Pesiga 39-14 over Plainview, a 2A school stepping up to a 4A program and defeating Plainview tonight in the Battle of the Pruitts. North Jackson 50-14 over New Hope. Hanley 63-21 over Mumford. Hokes Bluff 37-18 over Anniston. Beat Booker T. Washington 41-14 over Cleveland County. Cherokee County 47-0 over White Plains. Etowah 48-6 over Asheville. Alexandria 38-21 over Aniana. Central Clay County all over Sylacauga tonight, 48-9. Springville 31-15 over Lincoln. Scottsboro 45-7 over Sardis. Moody 26-21 over 6A Helena. Jacksonville loses to Leeds 42-13 tonight in the game right here that you heard on 95.1 The Mountain, the home of Jacksonville Golden Eagle football. Boaz 40-13 over Douglas. Centerpoint 34-27 over St. Clair County. Gunnersville 17-15 over Arab. Oxford 29-28 over Mountain Brook. Fort Payne 49-6 over May Jemison. Pell City 55-7 over Huffman. Gaston City 41-21 over Hazel Green, and Austin beats Albertville by a score of 50-6.
Well, we're getting close to that time where we pick our fifth quarter team of the week, and I've got one good team that I'd like to put up for it.
Well, Hokes Bluff was a few weeks ago. Sachs was last week.
Yeah.
Who are you nominating?
I'm nominating the Oxford Yellow Jackets and the Call at the end of the game to go for 2.
Yeah, I mean, I think was probably people looking at one of the biggest games in our region, in our state, honestly.
In the state.
And with Oxford being down and going for 2 to win the ball game. And Oxford trailed the entire ball game. People don't realize it was 14-0 at one time.
And I the reason I said that, there's some good. I mean, listen, Pleasant Valley, honorable mention. I mean, I think
Pleasant Valley for sure.
For sure. I mean, Pleasant Valley. I need to talk about
Etowah.
Hey, St. Clair County in a loss. I mean,
you're right.
I mean, St. Clair County in a loss.
To go from where St. Clair County was to competing against Centerpoint, who came down from Class 6A to Class 5A, and we saw what kind of football team they were last week when they defeated the Jacksonville Golden Eagles. That was a big night for them.
The Alexandria Valley Cubs bouncing back. Alexandria Valley Cubs bouncing back this week and coming from behind to win that game with a young football team. Now, I was surprised. I'm not going to lie about it. I was surprised that game was as close as it was, but Alexandria, great job taking care of business.
Geraldine also was another team that responded back after a loss, winning 55-6 tonight. Some other scores from around the state. Highland Home defeats Goshen 53-21. Sipsey Valley defeats Jemison 40-28. Gulf Shores defeats Blount 48-14. St. James defeats Talladega 35-12. Elba beats Brantley 57-53. Elba has had 2 games this year that teams have scored a lot of points. Like, obviously, everybody knows that Elba has one of the best running backs in the state, and Alvin Henderson, the Auburn commit. But they are a team that is scoring a lot of points, but also giving up a lot of points. If you hadn't joined us, Piedmont 38-10 over Westbrook Christian. Etowah 48-6 over Asheville. That's a big win for Etowah. I know. For Scott Peavy, that was he's been under some pressure, not at being winless this late in the year, and for him to get that big win, that was a big win.
But now you got to look at who he's played. I mean, you got to look at who he's played now, and how good the team.
You realize how good Hokes Bluff was after tonight.
I mean, people were doubting Hokes Bluff probably more than any other team this year,
and people are looking at Jacksonville right now because they've lost 3 straight. But they got to realize that Jacksonville went from Class 4A to Class 5A, and they're in one of the toughest regions in 5A North.
Absolutely. They've played 2 of the toughest teams in the state in 5A in Leeds and Moody.
Yeah. I mean,
and I'm not going to count Centerpoint out, but Centerpoint's good. Yeah. I mean, they struggle tonight with St. Clair, but there may be a reason why they struggle with St. Clair. I mean, St. Clair's playing really good ball. We've talked about them each week.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Now, one of the other teams,
Carver Montgomery tonight with a big win over Dothan, 35-28.
That's a really big win. But another team that I want to give praise to that's had their struggles of late and went through a lot of adversity is the Pell City Panthers. The Pell City Panthers. I want to give them kudos tonight. I know
55-7.
I mean, I don't care if the cheerleaders for the other teams.
I'm going to tell you this. Anytime 55. You're struggling and when you get a win, it don't matter if it's 14-12. It don't matter what the score is. Anytime you're struggling and you're able to find a way to win the ball game, that's a big deal. Gardendale beats Minor tonight, 35-13. Priceville beats East Limestone, 36-20. Muscle Shoals with a big win over Coleman tonight, 55-27. Mary G. Montgomery, 35-14 over Foley. That was late. That was a final there. They were actually down 14-7 at one point. And so we didn't. You gave a nominee, but you didn't give who was the team of the week. So go ahead and say it with your chest out.
The Oxford Yellow Jackets are the fifth quarter scoreboard show team of the week.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you can go to Mountain Brook and have a big win there, I think that's a great pick for.
So congratulations to the Yellow Jackets. Congratulations to Coach Sam Adams and his coaching staff. And listen, I don't care who you are, a game that big, going for two, playoff implications on the line, whether you're going to play at home or on the road the first round, and he gets it done. The Yellow Jackets get it done. Big win for the Yellow Jackets.
All right, we're about done. Final thoughts from you.
My final thoughts of the night, and one of the other games that I thought that was really a close ball game, and I've been on these guys. I think these guys are really good. Locust Fork in a shootout,
51-44.
Yeah, with JB Pennington. I honestly, I'm a Locust Fork fan. I think they got a really good football team. I was surprised at that.
Didn't expect that score to be that close.
No.
Listen, if you missed the show, if you're just now tuning in, you're late to the ball game, you can see the score streamed. I mean, you can see the fifth quarter scoreboard score streamed again online. Make sure you check us out. We appreciate you joining us. Thanks for our fans. Thanks for the people that call in, and thanks for the coaches and the people that get us scores and the coaches that come on the scoreboard show. Hey, that's going to do it for the fifth quarter. We are out. Have a great night. Have a great weekend, and be safe.